if I were to do anything, it'd be like, what's your favorite Supergirl comic? And then you'd be like, I don't know, because I didn't fucking read that. And then we go, hey, look, we have a special guest here. Boom, it's Deric. And
I truly can't think of and I've read a lot of comic books, and that's pretty fucking sad. I'm sorry.
Yeah, you're a
say.
misogynist.
No, it's not that. I own a lot of comics by women and about women.
see a single comic in this room.
I own a lot of Gail
bedroom.
Simone. Yeah, I have back issues in the closet.
Can we come back to Gail Simone? I actually want to come back to Gail Simone about this movie.
Okay.
Yeah, that's something
there you
I'll
go.
talk about. I actually saw her talk about the movie. It was interesting.
But that seems like it could be prefaced because I think all of us are kind of down on this movie. It could be, hey, Jared.
Don't be doing this already. Hang on.
I'm not. God damn. Let me just pitch the fucking thing. You know what? No. We're just going to stick with the first one that makes you look like a misogynist. We'll just stick with that.
I unfortunately will. I have not read a Supergirl comic. I'm struggling. To be clear, I don't read a lot of Superman either.
True.
Like I can think of two. All-Star Superman and...
Well, what I was going to say is like you did read one of the inspirations for the Superman movie, if I'm not mistaken, which was All-Star Superman, right? Yeah,
and then there's another one that's even more...
In
I'm pointing at Deric because Deric would know.
Yes. So there's a couple that are really like influential for Superman 2025. You want to look at like Birthright by Mark Waid, All-Star Superman by Grant Morrison. You want to look at like Superman for All Seasons by Jeff Loeb, Tim Sale.
Is that closer to the actual, I guess,
I think
plot?
that like because the plot of Superman 2025 is its own thing. It's actually more like the plot of Superman 2025 is like, what if we took the Donner films and then made them into more of like a comic book feel, right?
Yeah.
Where it's just like there's a lot more of that like vibe to it.
But not doing returns.
Yeah.
Where we're
not
kind of doing
returns,
a proto sequel, but 30 years later in a weird way.
Like Superman 2025 is like James Gunn wrote his comic book script, basically, and then they're like, we're gonna make that movie, right? That's how that movie felt to me as like a comic book guy. If you're gonna look at like inspo books for Superman, like I think that those ones are really good. People saying like All-Star Superman was a good inspiration for it, and like James Gunn, I think the one thing that he really took from All-Star was the casualness that Superman can have.
Yes.
Right? Where it's like the cover of that book very famously is Superman sitting in the clouds just looking around, right? He's relaxed. And like that comes from Grant Morrison, Frank Quietly, who did the art in that book.
Right.
They talk a lot about like how at a convention they were at that they saw a guy dressed as Superman just sitting on the stairs. Yeah. And that they were like, because that's
that's
Superman,
why the cover is him on the cloud looking back at the it's such a good cover.
And their thought process was like Superman, like in all these other covers, he's always on, right? Like he's in his big
doing like a Roman god
he's in his
kind of
big
thing
stance, and it's like Superman can go anywhere at any time and save anyone, right? It's like, why would he ever be on alert? He doesn't need to be, right? And I feel like
completely invulnerable.
I feel like that quote, like that story is much more accurate towards like what is inspiration in Superman 2025 than like the book itself, because the book itself is very, very different, right?
Yeah, because it's about, isn't it like Lex Luthor gives him like cancer or something and he's like coming to terms with dying? Is that not the plot of All-Star Superman? It's been a while.
All-Star Superman, the rough plot, the easiest way to define the plot of All-Star Superman, because it's Grant Morrison on a fucking trip.
When isn't.
Yeah, they are. Yeah. Grant Morrison often goes on fucking trips. Yeah. But the basics of All-Star Superman is that like Superman has like advanced himself, right, so aggressively with like solar radiation, because like it doesn't just make him super strong. He realized it can also make him super smart. It can also do all these other things. And so it's him getting to the end of his life, like realizing he over accelerated himself, getting to the end of his life, and then like also like Lex Luthor's like, oh, I figured out how to also give myself Kryptonian powers, and also like Lois Lane, and then there's so much other stuff in that book, right? Like the actual plot of that book is a lot less interesting to me than like the bits and pieces, right? The other like details.
I think that's why I don't even remember it all that well, but I just remember liking it.
Yeah, it's like I think Superman for All Seasons is like, if you wanted to look at one for like the tone of the movie, right? I think Superman for All Seasons is the one, right?
Yeah.
I don't want to talk too much about comics, right?
Well, what I was going to say is,
you've come to the wrong episode.
I was saying not just that, but also like leave it up to a bunch of men to talk about a Superman.
Yeah, Superman.
Episodes about a Superwoman.
I was asked about Superman.
I know.
This is your fault, Will. You're the misogynist right now.
It's true. It's very true.
Yeah, you called me a man.
Damn. You know what?
Wait.
Hey guys. I think it's time for me to leave. I'm gonna go ahead and get out of here.
And Will is booted. Actually, you know what? Originally, my script, I was worried you weren't going to make it, so I had a thing about how you had the Cyclospora parasite, and you were currently
that's
just
really good.
shitting liquid out of your ass.
That's really good.
And then we hope you could join us next time.
It's like we can come back to that actually at the end of this episode because I thought I did have it while I was in Tacoma. I'm not
Oh,
kidding you,
no.
but anyways, yeah. But anyways, to get back onto the question at hand, Derek, what's your favorite Supergirl comic?
It's kind of a shame to say it, but it is Supergirl Woman of Tomorrow is probably my favorite Supergirl comic, right?
Which is the inspiration for this movie, as I understand.
Allegedly.
Right? Oh,
Okay.
okay.
I'm gonna put a big
We can get into that.
See, it wasn't just going to be me that was going to nosedive this shit immediately.
Yeah.
Well, from three people that have both kinds of back issues, this is Debaser, a film podcast. I'm so glad I did that cold. I'm Jared, and together with my co-host Will, we explore both new and familiar movies to bring you details and discussion about them, all in an effort to debase the films and ourselves. Today's episode, a follow-up superhero film to the launch of a new DCU that some say was a disaster on the launch pad. After the break, Will and I are joined by a special guest to discuss the newest DCU film now streaming, Supergirl. Stay tuned.
We're inside a computer program.
Watch my mouth.
All right, kid, here's the deal.
Keep your head still.
Don't you know who I am?
15 minutes ago.
Would that it was the same.
Me neither.
The water goes over a dam and under a bridge.
It's like people only do things.
I'm not even going to dignify that with a response.
Yeah, you're dignifying her.
It's really sad.
Would that it was the same.
Keep your head still.
Look at all the hunky boys.
Anyway.
This is Debaser.
Folks, welcome back to Debaser. Will, welcome back to the pod. I understand you were out last week, and I hope this isn't a HIPAA violation, but I understand you had a bad bout with a parasite, as I understand it.
So, no shit, dude. When I did work Tacoma last week, and, we were getting food catered to our work group. We weren't like going out getting food and coming back, right?
Ooh la la.
No, the food sucked.
Okay.
But there was one day where it was like fajitas, quote unquote. It was just the same chicken, but cooked with like peppers and shit. Whatever.
Okay.
After downing
Refried
that,
beans.
I had to eat that shit like really fast because I had to go down to change out a paint class. And in the middle of doing the paint class by myself, and there was two of them, I feel it. I feel it hitting. Yeah. And it was bad. So like I go, go to the bathroom and I'm like, oh man, this is rough. And then I get up and I go and I start cleaning again. And then 10 minutes later, it hits me again. I'm like, fuck. And then I text my wife. I'm like, honey, I think, not to worry you, but I think I got the fucking diarrhea virus and shit. And she thought it was the funniest goddamn thing. Sent me a bunch of things of like rabbits shitting themselves and like, ha ha ha, this is you right now, ha ha,
Jesus.
It eventually went away, within the hour. But like for a brief moment there, I was like, I'm not gonna get this job done, and I'm gonna shit my pants.
Yeah.
So.
Well, I'm glad you persevered. And
I did.
Not only that, but you also got out of the bank vault filling with boiling acid, as referenced in the description text of the last episode.
Oh, is that what it is?
Just a reference to what happened
for the Batman Forever?
Yes, thank you.
That's funny.
I haven't listened to it. I'm a fake fan.
Will was the whiny security guard, like, oh no, my glasses!
It's boiling acid.
Well, we are also joined by a very special guest today. The great Deric Sullivan joins us. Derek, welcome to the pod.
Yay.
Hey guys, thank you so much for having me.
Hit the applause.
Oh, I'll take it.
There it
Wow,
is.
I feel so loved. Thank you
I'm
guys.
so bad on the sound effects.
No, you're not.
I'm always late.
But that's funny. That's comedy.
You
cited one violation.
Yeah, that episode.
That was funny as fuck.
Oh my
Good, I'm
god.
glad. It's like, hi, long-time listener, first-time caller. I was listening to the Demolition Man episode on my way, doing all my errands I was running today.
Oh, no shit.
Yeah,
Oh,
like
nice.
actually was
Nice.
listening to
All
it
right.
today, and there's like a halfway point in the episode where y'all are like, I don't think it's very funny, right? And
I
it's
was
like, maybe
worried
it's
it
not
was
funny.
wearing thin.
And I was just like, honestly, it got funnier the more it went on. And I was just like, y'all, it was good. I really enjoyed that.
Yeah, Mike also really enjoyed it.
That's what I was hoping would happen. It was like it's funny, and then it wasn't funny, and then it's funny again. You know?
Like all good bits. They never stop.
And I kept telling myself, like, if it's bad, I'll just cut it out every time.
Oh my God.
I got you so good, dude. I only cursed once that.
Which is
whole
insane
thing.
because a minute ago you could not stop swearing in front of my child.
That's true. She was in a different room. It's all good.
Not the whole time.
Yeah.
I had to be like,
Yeah. She can't hear me. I talk
No,
in
she can.
I talk in a decibel.
It's a small
that,
house.
that
That
only
children
like,
can't hear.
That children can't hear. Only dogs and adults, but children they can't hear it.
My daughter recites things back to me that I'm like, damn, you were listening to that shit. I didn't know you were listening.
That's funny.
I just thought you tuned me out. Well, folks, we are here to talk about Supergirl, the movie, the new one, not the 1984 one. The film was released June 26th, 2026, and is available to watch on HBO Max right now and on VOD everywhere as of June 28th. The film stars, is it
Millie Alcock.
Alcock. Okay,
Yeah.
I kept wanting to say Acock.
No,
Well, that's not it. It's Millie Acock. Alcock.
There you go.
Again.
They did it again.
By the way, we fucked up
Zendaya.
Zendaya a million times, and
Zendaya.
Courtney is so mad at you because you give me the wrong correction, and then we start saying it wrong.
If I'm not mistaken, I did that with another movie where we were talking.
I'm sure we do it all the time, but I was almost like leaning into it. I'm like, yeah, that was the bit.
Oh, dude, you want to know what's even worse is while I was watching The Odyssey, I kept thinking Zendaya's Michi.
Oh my god!
I couldn't fucking stop, dude.
Great. Now that's gonna be in my head.
I know.
when I see
And
The
like, we're
Odyssey.
only 6 years late to the bit, but I'm so glad I got to introduce you to that.
Oh, did you only just learn about Zendaya's Michi? Oh my
saw
fucking
it
god!
live on the pod for the first time.
Oh my god!
I know, we've lost Will. Will's gone.
Okay.
Anyway, the rest of the cast includes Matthias Schoenaerts,
I'm gonna go pull up the IMDb real
Please
quick
do.
because you can't fucking pronounce
Eve Ridley,
shit.
David Krumholtz, Emily Beecham, David Cornsweet, and Jason Momoa. I believe Matthias is the guy that plays.
He's the big bad.
He's Krem.
Krem.
Yes, he's Krem.
Yeah, the guy that feels like a knockoff.
Guardians.
What's the Swedish guy that plays Lucifer and Constantine? I love him.
Fucking Christ.
Yeah, you know who I'm
is that
talking
guy?
about. I know you do.
Matthias Schoenaerts.
Schoenaerts.
Yeah.
I almost had that.
Schoenaerts?
Yeah, I mean he's definitely like some sort of
Matthias.
So the guy I'm thinking of plays a guy named Matthias in Mercenaries, the video game.
It's okay. He's forgettable.
Don't worry about it. He
I'm
is
gonna
very
pull it. I'm
forgettable.
gonna
in
pull
the
it. No, he's
movie, and it's
this guy.
Yeah,
this
this
guy,
is
not
so
the guy
forgettable.
I'm thinking
Yeah.
of. The actor I'm thinking of. I feel like he's just cribbing him, basically, is
Okay.
what he's
Right
trying
on.
to pull like a,
I see it.
we couldn't afford this guy, so we
So
hired
we got
this
the other
guy.
guy. Gotcha. That
I
makes
see.
I
sense.
will say, I like him in The Old Guard.
I
He
didn't
plays
see
one
it.
of the two lovers, right?
Okay. I didn't see.
I didn't watch The Old Guard either.
The first one rules.
I don't like
the
Mark
second one was
Millar.
apparently really bad.
No, it's Greg Rucka.
Is that? Oh, wait.
Yeah.
Is Old Guard Greg Rucka? I thought that was Millar.
Yeah. No, I'm pretty sure it's Rucka.
I'm pretty sure it's Mark.
I
Millar.
also hate Mark Millar.
I also, yeah. I'll
Oh
pull
my
it up.
God.
Here,
I-
allow me using my comic book
please do.
expertise.
I like Old Guard 1. The second one, they didn't bring back like hardly anybody that did the first one, and so it feels like a shitty Netflix sequel.
It is Greg Rucka. Why am I thinking
Yes.
it's Mark Millar?
Ooh,
I was right over the comic book.
You got me.
Got him.
Everyone gets one.
That's true.
Okay.
Oh, I only know that because I love Greg Rucka.
Yeah.
I'll pick up almost anything he writes. Hate Mark though.
Yeah.
We're like, what's the Predator like arm meme about hating Mark?
Yeah.
Oh my
Talking about
god.
Mark Miller.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Like he made
Millar.
Kick-Ass. He made.
Yeah. Oh, I know.
Nemesis.
I know
Nemesis.
who. I know
Yeah.
who Mark Miller is.
Basically, if there's a
unfortunately.
comic book that has a plot that revolves around sexual assault,
Yeah.
he wrote it.
Of course.
Yeah.
Yeah. That makes sense.
Anyway,
I liked Kick-Ass. I've got a lot of issues with Kick-Ass. Don't.
I liked it when I first saw it.
Yeah. I realize
And
I'm problematic now.
Yeah, it was just
It
one
is
of those
what it
things.
is. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Also, remember the sequel had Jim Carrey?
Yeah.
And then before it was even out, he's like, I disown this movie because
Yes.
of gun violence. That was so weird.
It was
was very weird.
so weird and funny. It's like all the weird pulls. It's like Donald Faison's in that movie too. Like,
Whoa.
Donald Faison's in like the second
never saw
Kick-Ass
it.
movie.
Yeah.
The number of like all the vigilantes that like show up in that second movie. You're
Yeah.
like, what are you doing here?
Were they trying to build like a universe for it?
No.
I guess,
No,
maybe?
they
Oh,
just wanted to
okay.
be like, look at all these people who are inspired by Kick-Ass,
Yeah.
and then they all basically get killed.
Yeah, especially in the comic
It's a
books. they get,
Suicide
like,
Squad.
violently fucking murdered in the
Of
comic
course.
books.
I feel like that's a Mark special.
Classic.
Yeah, that's what he does. I actually remember whatchamacallit, the reading the second comic book series and then asking you, hey, so like what's up with Mark Miller's problem with like killing mentors? And you're like, oh well, that's because like he hates his fucking mentor or something like that. Like when he was getting into the comic book series, he like mentored under somebody and then they had a falling out. I can't quite remember what it was. You explained this to me way back in the day, like back in the back when we were 20.
I'm
It's
really,
okay. Yeah, you
really
don't
not
have to-
pulling
yeah,
this one.
it's all
Hold on.
good.
Was that me?
That was you.
So
I
it is
know-
interesting because that
You
is
go
like
ahead, yeah.
Grant Morrison, right?
Oh,
Who,
yeah.
like we were talking about a little bit. Like,
Wait,
off-
weren't they friends?
They were. And Grant Morrison has a
shit.
very famous quote that is like, if you ran into Mark Millar again, what would you do? And he goes, if I ran into Mark Millar, I would hope I was going 80 miles an hour. And like,
damn.
like actually, like I think that's the quote. I think like that's where my brain's going. I
sounds-
could be wrong.
I'm
Don't
so
quote me.
glad you're on this episode.
Oh, yeah, that's like longtime listener, like I said, right?
Yeah.
Superman 2025 episode, y'all misquoted the fuck out of me.
Oh, I'm sure.
Y'all misquoted the
100%.
fuck out of me. I was sitting there, I was like, oh, this is so.
How dare you represent me like
I would never say such thing.
Look, guys, I'm kind of fucking
That's
stupid.
so funny.
Yeah, we're all kind of stupid, right? That's
Memory's a hell of a thing. Let me tell
Yeah,
you.
yeah, you're not wrong.
used to think Grant Morrison was really pretentious, but Grant Morrison used to be way more pretentious than he was. And I never liked Arkham Asylum, the comic, right? But I can never not love Grant now because he did such a phenomenal run on Batman. Like everything, you know, all of it, where Bruce Wayne, the death of Bruce Wayne, and then like when all the other Batman like filled in, like all that stuff was so fucking good. I own all of it in like the big hardcover trades right now. There's like 3 or 4 volumes.
Yeah, there's about 3 or 4 volumes.
And it's a phenomenal run. I'm just like, this, I don't know if this will ever be topped again.
Grant Morrison is probably like up there for like top 10 comic book writers all time. And like, I don't want to like, again, I know we're here to talk about a movie that's not related to Grant Morrison at all, but like Grant Morrison's like Animal Man is like...
I've never read that.
Oh, was it from the New 52?
No, that's Jeff Lemire.
Oh,
Jeff Lemire Animal Man is very different from Grant Morrison Animal Man. Grant Morrison Animal Man is like the first... It's like so meta and self-referential, and like it's got all these really like interesting, unique takes, and like it's the reason Mr. Freeze is still popular. It's the reason you get Mr. Freeze in Batman
the animated series?
Yeah, Batman animated series.
So this predates that, and it was why they added like the Nora stuff and actually made him interesting.
Yeah, so in the Animal Man comic, Animal Man goes to the land of forgotten comic characters, right? And he's like literally going to be forgotten forever. And who does he run into? He runs into Mr. Freeze.
Yeah.
And because like Mr. Freeze has been nobody since the 60s at this time, right? And then Bruce Timm read that issue and was like, this is actually a really cool character. And now you get Arnold Schwarzenegger, Mr. Freeze. And,
Chill out.
And it's all thanks to thanks to Grant Morrison.
That's really neat.
But the like phenomenal. Do you remember the name of the episode where they introduced Mr. Freeze in the animated series? It's an incredible
I know the episode. I couldn't tell you the name of the episode.
It's so
I'm not that
good.
type of autistic. I'm the other type. Yeah.
Sandman right there. Hey, so what was the budget of this film?
Well, hang on. We haven't. We're getting there. We're getting there. But Will, thank you for redirecting me because I'm terrible at transitions.
I got you.
Supergirl was written by Anna Nogueira.
I think it's Nogueira.
Yeah. Who is an up-and-coming actress and playwright, and it was directed by Craig Gillespie, known for directing such films as... Will, do you know it? It's one of your favorites.
Craig Gillespie?
Yep.
1 second.
All right.
It's one of 2 films. I don't know which one would be Will's favorite, but I know the films.
I, Tonya.
Yep. It's I, Tonya, Corella, Lars and the Real Girl, which I understand you recently watched, right, Derek?
I did a big Ryan Gosling binge.
That's what it was for Hail Mary, or
just for fun.
We did the Fright Night remake. Fright Night remake fucking sucks.
I actually have and the Fright Night remake of Colin Farrell. It's not that bad.
No, I did not like it.
Colin Farrell's really good in it.
He's good in everything.
Well, yeah, of course. When is he bad? Even when he's coked out of his fucking mind, he's doing a great performance. Miami Vice.
Yeah.
Yeah, I, Tonya fucking rules. I love I, Tonya.
Yeah, Craig gets really good performances out of his actors, which is why this movie felt really bad, right? Because I don't feel like you get amazing performances out of anyone in this cast, really.
Well,
no,
I feel like Millie is doing her best.
She is doing the best.
She cannot lift this film out of mediocrity.
No.
I think that like
it's really not her fault at all.
Yeah, I look at
boring.
I look at like the vision board that like Craig made for this movie, and I'm like, what about this is interesting? What about this is, you know, like, what about this is about the character?
It feels like it hits so many pitfalls of like, and I know we're jumping right into this moment.
Yeah, sorry.
It's front of mind, so we have to, but like, it hits so many pitfalls that so many bad comic book movies do. And you're just like, why does any of this matter? Who cares? Yeah. Like, it's so...
you hit it on the head. Like, that's what my wife said. We had a long conversation driving back to her dad's place after seeing this movie, and it was just like, you could have taken her out and put literally anybody in there. Yeah. And it would not have mattered.
It had nothing to do with Supergirl, right? Yeah. And like, it's there's a lot there. You keep doing your spiel. Keep doing your spiel.
We gotta get to the rest of the stuff, and then we can
Yeah, no, I didn't even think of that until you just said it, that you could have just replaced Supergirl with anybody else, and it wouldn't have felt like a different movie. And like, that's really depressing, but it's so true. Because there was like, only at the end was there any semblance of the like, oh well, you got to wear the Supergirl costume, and that's what brings people hope. But like, it didn't fucking matter. Mm-hmm. It was so
nothing in the movie.
It felt so pointless.
Nothing mattered. Yeah, sorry.
Anyway, the premise of Supergirl is it Kara or Kara?
Depends on who you ask, but it's traditionally probably going to be Kara Zor-El.
Okay.
Yeah.
Kara Zor-El, aka Supergirl, joins forces with an unlikely companion on an interstellar journey of vengeance and justice when an unexpected adversary strikes too close to home. The film had a budget of, Will, do you know it? You wanted me to ask.
It was...
You can do this.
125 million?
Keep going.
Fuck, it was 175?
You're almost there. 186.
186. Oh, damn.
And it grossed...
$1.
Yeah. It did not gross.
Well, it's like
very
15
well.
or something.
The tickets are 15 apiece.
Yeah, like 15 mil or something.
Oh no,
not gross. Like
this is worldwide, not domestic.
Oh,
yeah, sorry, I do worldwide.
Let's go,
Mr. Worldwide.
200. It didn't earn enough.
No, unfortunately, it only did
back.
123.
Yeah.
Holy fuck,
Yeah.
that's crazy.
And that's why it's on streaming already.
Superman went to streaming after 30 days. Like after 30 days.
It was
also.
like 3 more.
Yeah.
So yeah, but I felt like that was pretty quick. It went to Blu-ray a lot faster than I thought it would.
Yeah.
Too.
Curious if the studio actually had faith in it or not. The Superman movie.
I think that
Warner Brothers.
I think
they
that
had
Warner
to.
Brothers more or less wants to push all of their media outlets, right? So it's like they don't care about especially when they're trying to sell to Netflix and you're trying to sell to Paramount. You're like,
Fucking
you
Christ,
want
I
people
forgot.
to be like, hey, look, people are spending money on our streaming service.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter if you're getting ticket sales. But it's like, look at these people, these return customers, right?
Yeah,
true.
it's a good point. I
Yeah.
think that's why they're pushing this Nightfall animated series so hard too.
Yep.
I've heard good stuff about it.
I mean, it's one of the best like 90s Batman runs. But,
Nightfall.
like,
I mean, that's where we get Bane from, right?
yeah,
Oh, no
exactly.
shit.
Yeah,
Yep.
Nightfall's where Bane came from.
He's a completely different character than you would know him
Oh,
from.
of course.
Like, because in the
From
comics, he's
the-
like a
yeah.
genius.
Yeah, he's
so weird. Yeah.
He's super smart. Like
Yeah,
Bane in
that's
the
what I remember.
He like
knowing-
deducts that Bruce Wayne is Batman.
Yeah.
and like puts
Yeah.
together the perfect
No,
thing.
I remember like Bane's supposed to be really fucking smart, and then for whatever reason, then what was it? Not
the 97
Yeah,
Batman and Robin.
it was
Yeah.
like he's just this big fuck.
He just has a guy with a shopping
dummy.
cart. And he
Yeah, I
runs
was
through
very
walls.
confused
Yeah.
by that.
in a trench coat.
Yeah.
Supergirl has a 53% of Rotten Tomatoes, which
Tracks.
feels pretty rough.
Yeah.
The audience score is like a 71 or something, and I'm
Oh.
one of the few cases where I will say I think the audience score is closer to what it probably should be. But
Yeah.
I would agree with that.
But
I would
let me
too.
read some critics' quotes. Film critic Keith Phipps gave the film 3 out of 5 stars, writing, "What works here, Alcock, the emotional flashback scenes, and Kara's interactions with Superman work well enough to make Supergirl worth a look." Meanwhile, critic Dana Stevens panned the film, writing, "Despite an appealingly rough-edged title character played with scrappy aplomb by Millie, this second installment in what DC is positioning as an unfolding multi-character franchise defaults to too many of the cliches of superhero cinema at its worst."
Yeah, that
Sounds about right.
That's
I will-
a nail. Yeah.
I will say before you get to the I'm not the IMDb, the Letterboxd thing. When I watched a couple of reviews before seeing the movie, and then I read a couple. Some of the things that stood out was like how the flashbacks killed the pacing of the movie. So I'm actually curious why, or not curious, but like I'm
They
interested.
did fuck with the pacing, but I liked them.
Here's
I
like
liked him too. Yeah,
But like the other alternative was to what, like front load the movie with them. you
Here's
know?
what's
Yeah.
interesting about the
Yeah.
flashbacks too, right? Is like I'm going to pick up a comic book. One
yeah.
second.
There you go. You
Oh,
got
look
it.
at this. Oh yeah, look at this. This is my actual first print
Oh, sick.
graphic novel of Supergirl Woman Tomorrow by Tom King, Bill Chiavelli, and Matthew Lopez. Okay. Anyway, in the book, like the middle of the story is also flashbacks, right?
Okay.
Like the middle of the book is the fall of Krypton. The difference in that fall of Krypton, and the difference between the portrayal of Supergirl here and the portrayal of Supergirl in the movie is like really just stark, right? Like she's rough around the edges in a very different way in the comic, right?
Okay.
It feels a little too modern that she's kind of like a screw up, like drunk kind of thing, you know, like a Miley
they're definitely
Cyrus
trying to
10
make
years
her
ago
fit
kind
into
of
like
thing.
this specific thing where it's like this
Yeah.
Supergirl is established. She's chronically depressed, but she goes to work every fucking day, right?
Yeah, yeah.
That's what this Supergirl is. And like in this book, it is this whole book is narrated by Ruthie. Right, the whole book
Oh,
is actually
shit.
narrated by Ruthie. The whole thing is her perspective on everything that's happening and how she the time she met Supergirl.
That's a better
That's-
framing device than what the movie does. I'm already
This is
more on board.
so cinematic.
Yeah.
This book is so cinematic, and it's the reason that I'm so mad about this movie. In the book, when we learn about the fall of Krypton, we learn that Supergirl was the last person to leave Krypton. We learn that she buried every single person left on Krypton,
Oh,
and
damn.
then she left.
Not
she
just
wasn't.
her mom,
She wasn't just sent away. She dug every single grave for every single person. She watched every single person she loved die,
Yeah.
and that's why she's so fucking depressed. And it's just like, yeah, man, that's
fucked.
That'll do it.
that's valid as fuck.
Yeah.
And it's just like there's so much of these moments in this comic that like if they would have just there's no such thing as a 1-to-1 adaptation.
Sure.
If you give me 70% of this book, it's a 5-star movie.
Yeah.
Like unironically.
I'm glad we got you on this.
You know, I'm glad to be here. This is probably one of the best comics that has been written this century. I like in the last 26 years, this is probably top 5.
And this is why I remember you were hyped for this movie.
I was so hyped for this movie.
Yeah.
There's
You got me hyped for this movie.
Yeah. There's like a photo of me like going to opening night, like on there. I'm in my Supergirl shirt. I have my crypto popcorn bucket from Superman 2025, and I'm standing next to the poster, thumbs up, and I'm like, can't wait. And, and then I left. And everything got a lot worse.
I have a similar photo of me in front of the movie poster for Robert Pattinson, the Matt Reeves Batman.
Yeah.
Going into it, and it came out on my birthday. I was like super hyped, and I got to tell you, I walked out like happier than I thought.
Oh yeah, that movie ripped. Yeah, that movie was fantastic. That was a good one. But yeah, no, like when it comes to like the flashbacks, right?
Yeah.
Like there are so many moments in this book where it's like, well, let's learn a little bit more about Supergirl and her history, and like all of them are just like, oof. Yeah, no wonder she's fucking sad, right? Like they make you feel for her. Where in this movie, it's like it does fuck with the pacing because you're like, oh man, that sucks. Anyway, back to the movie. Yeah, like,
and then she wakes up out of a drunken stupor again. You know,
yeah.
I got you.
Or after passing out from the kryptonite sun.
It's also true.
Yeah.
Well, anyway, speaking of ruining the pacing, over on Letterboxd, user Rye gave the film 2.5 stars, writing, "They weren't brave enough to make her bisexual."
They weren't. They weren't.
Okay, I will say we got to talk about, and spoilers abound now.
So many spoilers,
but who cares? The plot is not what's important in this movie, unfortunately.
The afterthought of the movie.
So we need to talk about, yeah, for sure. We need to talk about how kind of the twist, if you will, in Superman was like his parents were like, go to Earth and
be a conqueror,
be as a god, and take, you know,
Bradley Cooper was like, go fuck everyone there.
I forgot it was Bradley Cooper.
It was Bradley Cooper.
God, that's right.
Yeah,
it's tight.
And like his parents were like kind of fucked up and like
his
what they intended for him to do.
Yeah.
Does that ever happen in a comic, by the way, or was that original?
Birthright, actually.
Oh, it happens in Birthright.
Birthright. It's very very influential in Birthright to an extent.
Makes the title make sense then. Yeah, that feels a little.
But I love that this movie, my one redeeming thing from this movie's plot is in the flashbacks, we get Zor-El, right? And he's like, my fucking brother, that dumbass. He thinks he sent
his son to go be a god. That's so crazy.
What a dumb motherfucker.
But like, and also casting David Krumholtz to be the dad immediately makes me like him more. I'm like, oh, this guy's like a fun, like cool guy. I get him.
Yeah, from Numbers.
No, the kid from Addams Family Values for me. Like, I've loved David Krumholtz my whole life.
I just like to pull a random thing.
That's how like boomers know him, I'm sure. But like, I feel like I've related to David Krumholtz in every movie like my whole life. Like even the Santa Claus, he's like the great
he's one of the elves. Yeah. That's what my wife said in the theater. She's like, "Is that the guy from Santa Claus?" And I was like, "Oh, the elf." And she's like, "Yeah."
I think that's his most like common thing that people know him from. Unfortunately,
that's where his bacon number starts. Yeah.
He is so. He'll do like podcasts and like Twitch shows that I watch and stuff, and he says so much shit that you're just like, is he allowed to be saying this right now? And then he'll get taken down. Like,
oh my God.
And you're like, oh, he wasn't supposed to say all that. Like he talks openly about like celebrity parties he's been to and who was doing coke at them and who's really messy.
Hell yeah.
And it's just like, David, yes, dude.
I need the tea.
Yeah.
Wonderful.
But I love David so much. And I think casting him as the dad was such a good pull because it made me be like, oh, he's probably not shitty like Bradley Cooper. And then sure enough, he's immediately like, yeah, they were fucking, I can't believe they wanted him to be a god of on Earth. We're not doing that. And then he's like, okay, we're all dying. I'm building you a pod.
You just need to go find your cousin. Just go find your cousin.
Take your dog, fine.
That stupid fucking mutt. No.
Does he say that in the comic book?
No. Her dad doesn't really say much in the comic.
And then she buries him.
Oh, shit. Yeah, she buries him.
Are we going to do the plot of this movie? Does it matter?
I wrote a super brief one.
Let's do it.
Because like I don't ever want to do a long one anymore. But no, just so that people
I'll shut up for a minute.
No, you're good.
Oh, you're good.
Yeah, no, okay. You're fucking hilarious.
Yeah, you're fine. I'll race through this. So in Supergirl, before Krypton, Superman's home planet was destroyed. Superman's aunt and uncle, Allura and Zor-El, created a force field to protect their city from destruction. They gave birth to Kara and raised her in a small chunk of surviving Krypton, but eventually the remaining Kryptonians begin succumbing to an incurable illness. To save his daughter, Zor-El builds an escape pod following his brother's plans for Superman, we were just talking about this. And he sends Kara and her dog to Earth, where she meets her cousin, Clark, and becomes Supergirl. So Supergirl, in contrast to her cousin Superman, is melancholy and depressed. She prefers getting drunk on planets with a red sun, which removes her powers, as opposed to playing hero on Earth, as well as playing with her superdog, Krypto. During a long birthday binge, Kara comes across a young girl, Ruthie, whose entire family was recently murdered by space brigands and seeks revenge. Kara reluctantly agrees to help the girls' quest after the villain responsible, Krem, aka from, I'm sorry, I don't know if this Doughboys bit is coming across. Do you know how they didn't say come for a whole year and would say Krem instead?
Oh man, I'm so I felt so behind on
it was
Doughboys.
such an obscure pull, and I should have
That's fine.
explained it
Very
before I
funny.
started doing
Very
it.
funny.
Thank you.
Please explain it
I need the
again.
validation. Thank you. Anyway, Krem shoots Crypto with a poison arrow. During their pursuit of the raiders, Kara and Ruthie encounter space biker headhunter Lobo, played eagerly by Jason Momoa, one of the highlights of the movie. And Kara rescues dozens of... I thought so!
Keep going. We can get to it.
Kara rescues dozens of captive young girls that were captured by the raiders for breeding. Weird. By the end...
Not in the comic.
Oh, thank you.
Oh, really?
Good
They
job.
didn't
Not in
introduce,
the comic at all.
They didn't do it like Star Wars Taken.
Yeah, no.
By the end, Kara saves Crypto with the antidote, prevents Ruthie from murdering her family's killer while killing him herself, and returns to Earth and tells Clark she's ready to make Metropolis her home. Come shot credits. That's the end, baby. That's the whole movie.
All right. Now we can start tearing it apart, yes?
Yeah, rip it.
Okay.
You didn't like Jason Momoa?
Okay, so no.
I legitimately lit up whenever he was on screen. I thought it was good.
Let me just say.
Not that they give him anything to do, really.
Let me just say, I know that he's not in that.
Yeah.
I know for a fact he's not in that.
He's not in
I
that.
figured,
Second thing.
It felt like they shot all those scenes after the movie was done, too.
Yeah, that's the
100%.
problem.
Oh, yeah.
That's the problem. No.
Especially the end where he's watching her kill Krem. And he's like,
My
yeah.
God. There's
It felt so inserted, didn't it?
a lot. Yeah.
Hear me out.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
The whole reason why he's in there is because the studios were like, a girl cannot hold the
100%.
attention.
100%.
Yeah, it's a cynical addition, and I have no connection to Lobo. Well, please,
No, I fully agree
Okay,
with you.
good.
And I feel like even like the script of this movie doesn't have full faith in her because every time she's going to go do some Supergirl shit, she gets beat the fuck up. And you're
Yeah.
like, let her
Yeah.
do Supergirl
The
shit.
movie goes so far out of its way to be like, actually, she lost her powers for a little bit. Actually, she lost her powers for a little bit.
Yeah, it's like,
actually,
she's like 25% strong as Clark. And it's like, what
It's
the
like, no,
fuck?
she's not.
Yeah.
She is equally.
It doesn't make any sense that she wouldn't be. Yeah.
70% as strong as Clark.
Yeah. She only gets 70% of the powers from the sun.
Exactly.
Yeah,
but anyways, what I was gonna say is like, I personally don't have a to Lobo.
I'm so sorry.
You got the joke.
There we go.
I appreciate that. Minus 2 strength.
An all-timer.
It took him that long to understand.
It's all good.
Yeah.
But anyways, like, I don't have a connection to Lobo. I
don't either. And what, I mean, yeah.
Oh, but like, I know people who do like the character. You know? I like Jason Momoa. Whatever, he's fine. He's a fun person. I know he like looks like the guy, and he's wanted to play the guy. So like, good for him. But the inclusion of Lobo in this movie tells me that studio did not have any faith in the titular character Supergirl, and because of that, it taints the whole fucking movie for me. I remember when like he first showed up in the commercials, like that's not good. And if
it was focused way too much on Lobo in the trailer.
Exactly.
Yeah,
and then if
way too much Lobo.
And if he's going to be in this movie for way more than just this one scene, it's going to be significantly worse. And it is. I think the movie suffers for it.
Yeah.
Do you know why I think the movie suffers the most? And I'm going to talk about this because this is the one bit I actually want to talk about.
Yeah, absolutely.
There are 3 scenes that involve piss in this movie.
Hold on.
There are 3 scenes that involve piss in this movie. There's the opening scene where Crypto pisses on the newspaper.
That's right.
There's the scene where Ruthie comes up to her spaceship.
And she's peeing
and she's pissing.
Falls asleep in the bathroom.
And then there's the scene where Ruthie is breaking into the brigand ship or breaking out of the brigand ship and the guy is pissing in the weapon room.
That's right. I forgot about that.
There is
I didn't think of
so
that
much piss in this fucking movie.
You know what? It's funny because I'd say oftentimes that there's not enough piss in movies. And now I think
finally
I flipped on this.
They should have renamed this Go Piss Supergirl.
Go Piss Supergirl.
Go piss, Supergirl.
There you go.
Look out. She's pissing.
Wait, does Craig... Okay, do we need to like look through the Greg Gillespie like...
Actually, you know
filmography?
what?
Does
Hold
he
on.
have a piss fetish?
I will go and watch I, Tonya again tonight.
I don't think
will
there's
come
piss
back
in
to
I,
it.
Tonya.
I
I
don't
just
But if there
watched...
is, Will's going to find it.
I just
that's
watched
true.
Lars and the Real Girl. There's no
There's
piss in Lars and the Real
yeah,
Girl.
no.
Well, she's not a real girl. She can't piss.
Yeah, but like Ryan
Lars has
doesn't
to piss.
Damn it.
Okay, but we never see him piss. There's so much.
We're worse off for it.
There's so much piss in this fucking movie, and it was just like literally the first time I was like, I guess, yeah, that sets a tone. And the second time I'm like, do we really need to see her peeing on her toilet? And then the third time I'm like, okay, what the fuck is going on?
Wait, isn't Crypto peeing on that thing like the first
scene in the movie,
scene in the
opening
movie,
shot of the movie?
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Yep, because it's edgy. And
It is edgy.
I have to come clean about something.
The piss. Did you piss your pants?
His piss.
No, it's not about
There's
the
a
piss.
huge stain on your pants.
Listener, I literally lifted my laptop to check. I did not catch this movie in theaters.
Good for you.
And I had to watch a pretty bad copy in order to prep for this episode.
Sad.
Even though it's on streaming now.
This guy doesn't believe in the arts.
In the industry.
I spent way too much money to go see this.
This is why Paramount is buying Warner Brothers.
That's true.
Because you didn't go see Supergirl.
It's all my fault. Even though I bought the Superman Blu-ray, I will not be buying the Supergirl Blu-ray. I'm sorry.
I will not be either.
I don't blame
I'm
you.
sorry.
I'll be making my own.
I'm not going to own the. I'm not going to own the whole. Oh Christ! What's the guy's name?
Gunn.
Yeah, I'm not going to own the whole James Gunn DCU on Blu-ray.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, it's not going to happen.
Not now.
No,
It was going to happen before.
It was, yeah.
I almost am like, dude. Okay, so do we have less faith in Gunn riding the ship now that he's done this?
This is my thought. I think that this is more Peter Safran, and I think this is more Warner Brothers as a whole.
Say more on this.
I think that like Gunn was during Supergirl,
Yeah.
right? A lot of work was being done on post-production work was being done on Superman and on Peacemaker,
Okay.
while also scripting was happening for Man of Tomorrow, the next Superman movie, and all
Green
of the
Lanterns.
casting and Lanterns is happening, right? All of this is happening at the same time. Clayface is also happening right
That's
now.
right, yeah.
What the fuck is that?
Dude, that movie looks crazy.
Clayface looks amazing.
Yeah.
I'll be back for the Clayface.
I will
episode.
reserve
please.
judgment.
Yeah.
Okay, that's
I'll
actually.
be back for the
I'm
Clayface.
putting you down for that one.
Deal.
That sounds good.
The I think that like, and I don't want to say it's just Peter Safran. I think that Warner Brothers studio heads, maybe it's Zaslav, right? Like I don't know whose voice ended up in this room.
Zazlav's the reason we don't have Batgirl, right?
Correct.
Yes.
Fucking
Same.
Yeah, I
We don't have
know.
Batgirl. We're now getting Acme versus Coyote.
Yeah.
Bring me back for that one
It's
too.
coming out next, in like a couple of weeks.
Like,
But we do need it
because of Will Forte like clawing it out.
No,
basically, right?
it was
Or
It was
the
like an
fans?
extra. It was like a guy who was like an extra in the courtroom scenes who like fought on fucking GoFundMe and Kickstarter and all
No
this shit
I
to
didn't
make
know
it
that.
happen.
I'm so glad you're here.
We
for
do need
this.
to go see that.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
I'm not
Did y'all
joking.
see
It's just coming to Blu-ray or something, right?
No,
No,
it's
it's
coming
coming
to
in theaters.
theatrical.
Oh
Yeah.
shit!
Did you see the other Looney Tunes one, The Day the Earth Blew
Yes.
Up? Yeah,
I didn't.
really good, really
Yeah.
good. Honestly, like
It was a fun time. Yeah.
really funny, really
Yeah.
funny. No, but I think that like something happened executively with this film. I think that people were. This movie falls apart. It starts at the script,
Yeah,
right?
for sure.
It fully
yeah.
starts at the script, and then like everything. I don't know if you guys read that article. There was an article that was like an autopsy of the Supergirl 2026
No,
movie.
but I'm
Who
kicking
wrote it?
myself for not doing
I don't
it now.
remember.
Okay.
It was out like months, like
Yeah,
it's been a while since the movie came out, but like I remember reading it and people talking about how like she read this comic book, the very one I brought with me,
Mhm.
and didn't understand the ending of the comic. And then wrote her script without talking to the people that, because James Gunn loves Tom King.
Yeah.
James Gunn, Tom King are buddies. This is a Tom King comic,
Yeah.
right? And instead of being like,
Let's call Tom King
let's
up
call
to
Tom
explain
King,
it.
I
Yeah.
like this is where it's like James Gunn said no bad scripts. I just saw Supergirl 2026.
Yeah.
Right?
That's what upsets me so much. Is like
Yeah.
James Gunn was so behind this,
Yeah.
and like you make a great point. It does sound like he was way too busy.
Yeah, it's like, can you direct
But-
and run an entire like studio?
That's the
department,
thing.
right?
Like being a good director does not make a good studio head,
Yeah.
especially if you're
Yeah.
going to be doing both jobs at the same time.
That's why Feige doesn't get his fucking grubby little mitts.
I mean, he gets his grubby mitts and things.
Well,
Well, like not in
yeah,
like the
but-
directorial choices,
Right.
right? Like,
and it does sound like we're starting to like really rub up against the.
We'll see what
Like
happens.
we're getting to the end of that. Yeah,
We'll see what happens.
buddy.
But anyways, continue.
I'm not
We're
watching
talking about
Doomsday.
Supergirl. That's fine. You don't have
we
to.
have to talk about Supergirl.
Yeah,
That's why we're here.
Yeah, exactly. We can. We'll talk about Doomsday after when we start talking about Doom 3.
Doomed.
Doom 3. We're gonna play Doom 3.
Doom.
Doom 3.
Can we do the flashlight mod, please?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
Coward.
Dune. I said Dune. Fuck you.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah.
I heard Doom.
We're both
Sorry.
going to see Dune 3, and then I'm going to see Doomsday, and then we're going to talk about Dune 3, and then you'll be like, hey, Will, I heard you saw that
You can do
Marvel
like a
Slot
30-second bit before I
And I'm
cut
like,
you off on
movie. Yeah,
Doomsday.
it was fine. Whatever. Continue.
It surely was film.
Yeah.
That was a movie.
Hey,
Yeah.
they introduced Ryan Gosling as Ghost Rider. Anyways, let's
They
talk
did.
about Supergirl.
Can we talk about Ryan Gosling? No.
Yeah, we can.
I think that like
I'm happy to talk about Ryan Gosling. I don't want to talk about Ghost Rider.
who isn't? I think that like I look at this movie and like I think that like it's you look at the script and like everything that like could have been like a character defining moment is lost. And I think what worked so well in Superman that didn't work in Supergirl is that they didn't try to show Superman being like this badass god complex guy, right? Like you look at like Snyderverse, right? You look at like Henry Cavill Superman, where it's just like I think Henry Cavill did a good job with what he was given, but like his script was just like
He was written wrong.
it was aura farming and hype moments,
Yeah.
right? And it's just like the bit. And you get to Superman 2025 and you're like, what does Superman do? It's like, what is Superman's challenge?
He saves people.
Superman's challenge is can he save everybody
Yeah.
in time, right? That's what makes Superman unique. what they took in this movie, and it's like, instead of putting Supergirl in similar situations where it's like, oh, can she save everyone on this space freighter and all the people over there on that other ship at the same time, right? Instead, they were like, actually, she just doesn't have any powers. Actually, she just lost her powers. Literally, like, at the end of...
Sorry, I was busy getting drunk. Can you throw me in front of the sun?
Literally, it's just like... Unironically,
that did happen.
The end of the fucking there's every time that she's depowered in this movie does not make enough sense to me, right? Like the opening sequence,
100%. Well, I was gonna say not that, but the end. Like,
yeah, the end.
They have, it's two suns. Just keep driving in the green sun aura, and you'll be fine.
Yeah. So like, this is what really bugged me about the end of the movie is when Krem fucking pulls kryptonite arrows out of his fucking ass so that Lobo can be the hero.
Yeah.
No.
And then he's just like, I just made these, and I can't believe they're working on you.
What's so frustrating is in this book, in the opening, the first, this was a 12-issue mini, or maxi. In the first issue, like, she's depowered. Krem is just a guy. He's just an evil human being, right? Like, he is not like some space guy. He doesn't know space fucking is a thing, right? Like, this is a super backwater planet. Right? He doesn't know space is a fucking thing.
So he's not like this interstellar raider kind of guy.
No,
my God.
He's just an evil fucking guy.
Yeah.
He's a tax collector for the king of this planet.
Okay.
And his whole fucking thing is like, hey man, pay your tax. He's like, give me all the weapons. And then like, same thing. He's just like, I don't want to give you my fucking weapons. And he's like, all right, then I'm going to kill you. He's like, fine, take the weapons. He goes, cool, thanks. And then he kills him
anyways,
Yeah, and he kills him anyway. And then, like, he's just, like, chilling around. Ruthie's like, I need someone to kill this guy for me, please.
Yeah.
Supergirl's there, just happens to be there.
Sure.
Right? Right place, right time. Ruthie follows her. And then, like, Krem is like, what the fuck is this giant spaceship thing? What the fuck is this?
Yeah.
Holy shit. This is so cool and interesting, right? And, like, gets on the spaceship, it flies away, right? But there's like a scene, it's like when Crypto gets shot, right?
Yeah.
Like, it's literally Krem and like two other guys, and they shoot Supergirl with a bunch of arrows, and she's depowered, and she's just like,
oh shit.
She literally takes the arrows, she goes, really? She goes, let me pull it up. I want to quote this directly because I can.
Supergirl doesn't meet Ruthie in a bar in one of like 6 bar scenes.
Still meet in the bar in the opening scene, and she beats up a bunch of bullies.
But it's different. It just seems
there's not like 6 or 7 more bar scenes.
As you can see here, she doesn't piss in front of her; she throws up. It's very different.
Much better.
That almost would make more sense. She's like constantly
makes significantly more sense.
Waking up with hangovers.
So here's the scene: Krem shoots Supergirl with the arrow. Right? And he's like, good, got her right in the fucking heart. I killed her ass. And then she walks up and she's literally like, an arrow? I'm fucking Supergirl. Like, bows and arrows? Do you even know who I am? Bows and arrows, do you even know who I am? And so when he shoots her at the end of the movie, I'm like, oh, they're going to call back to this, right? It's like, bows and arrows? Do you even know who the fuck I am? And then like...
Yeah, breaks him and all this. No. She gets depowered so Lobo can do his thing.
Yeah. So that Lobo can be like, what's up?
I have a motorcycle.
This is my Lobo. Yeah.
I did find Jason Momoa's like happiness to be playing Lobo infectious. Though.
His performance
it's fine.
Is good.
Yeah.
I think that he does a good job performing the character.
Just not in this movie.
Yeah, put him somewhere else. They do a really bad job of explaining what Lobo
he does too. I know, right?
Yeah.
Like, as much as of this character that I do not give a fuck about, Michael Blackman fucking loves this guy, so I know a lot about Lobo.
I own Lobo comics. I grew up watching Lobo on the Adventures of Superman TV show.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I don't really know what Lobo's deal is outside of like,
Lobo
he's a space biker bounty hunter.
He killed his old race when he was a baby.
Yeah, he killed. So his race has this thing where it's like they can only be killed by someone of the same race as them. They can't. No other living being can kill them. So Lobo now, since he's killed everyone that is like his people, he's effectively immortal.
Yeah.
Okay.
And that's it. And he just rides around.
And he's just like,
and he's just a constant pain and
he calls people Biznatch.
Yeah, he does call him Biznatch. It's very true.
I own the Lobo comics that Scott Ian wrote of Anthrax and Brian Posehn. Yeah. Just because it was like, oh, it's like a person that I like that does other things is writing this comic
for
book.
Sure.
But yeah, it was fun. But now you're making me hate it, and I hate it now. Actually,
no, that's not.
And
what
I'm dropping a star of Letterboxd.
Ooh, that's not what we're trying to do.
We're taking all the stars off of Letterboxd.
So I liked the wet leg track that shows up in the movie. It felt really on brand.
We're not going to talk about the music in this movie.
Okay,
we can't talk about
Hang on. Let me finish.
Oh, okay,
it felt very on brand, if not a lazy way of doing character exposition, but James Gunn loves to do that, let's be honest. But
James
boy,
Gunn
oh boy, did that Jimmy Eat World cover elicit a loud groan from me.
The middle. I listened to it again.
It's so bad. The rest of the soundtrack is fine.
in that autopsy, a report, apparently James Gunn tried to take an edit at this movie, tried to take a hack at and edit this movie. And instead of that song, which was like a producer choice, some other producer really wanted this song. He wanted an acoustic cover of Girls Just Want to Have Fun.
That's less,
which is also bad.
It's bad, but not as bad as a Jimmy Eat World song.
Yeah, I think that like that scene, that like people are, it's like, what's the joke? People are calling it the worst needle drop of all time or whatever, where it's like, it's not that bad, but it is
it's not Suicide Squad bad.
It's so tonally off.
Talk about a movie that, you know, the studio had way too much.
Right.
Oh,
that
like,
movie has
David Ayer's Suicide Squad.
When you were talking about
that movie has so many bad needle drops because I think the studio was trying to resuscitate it with that.
Sure. I don't doubt that. But like when we were talking about what was going on with this movie, like why is it just so bland and blah, you know, and you talk about like studio interference, Suicide Squad is the one that comes to mind immediately.
Yeah.
You know, it's rough.
Yeah.
It is tough.
Was there anything about this movie that you either you guys liked?
I like the performances. I think that all of the actors, for the most part, like even like everyone did as good as they could have with what they were given.
Yeah,
right.
Yeah, I wouldn't disagree with that.
Yeah, I think that they did a really good job with that. I think that like some of the practical effects in this movie were really cool. Right, like some of like the actual like
when they're not doing CGI, like some of the aliens were like
really good
puppetry, and it looked like some of the ones on the bus were real, and I was like, that looks cool.
A lot of that bus is like ripped from the comic too. Like nothing that happens in the bus scene is ripped from the comic. But like the characters that you see there are ripped from the comic, and that's really like
was Seth Rogen in the comic too?
No.
Oh damn.
No, I'm sorry.
I did. His character was cute.
He was fun.
He kept making the jokes at Lloyd. You know, that was fun.
Yeah,
I enjoyed that.
Simple little thing.
Busted out laughing the second I heard Seth Rogen's voice anyway, though. But, I know. I'm such a.
Me every time
I'm so
I
in the
laugh at
can
Seth
for him
Rogen.
though. But like,
it's fair.
He's
I
also
like him.
like.
Have you ever met Seth Rogen?
No,
I have.
You've met Seth Rogen?
I've met Seth Rogen. His wife is from here.
No shit.
She's from Lakeland.
I had
didn't know
no
that.
idea.
She went to Harrison.
What the fuck? That's crazy.
Is that why he makes pottery now?
No.
Yeah.
So way back in the day.
I didn't
So
know
I
that.
actually have
That's
a really
crazy.
interesting so like all of this is hearsay to me, but I have made him a chicken tender sub. I have made. I used to work in the deli. I have made Seth Rogen a chicken tender sub.
Eric.
That's crazy.
And it was like this had to have been 2013.
Okay, so he was arguably more famous of maybe.
He wasn't
Pineapple
as big.
Express was.
He wasn't as big. People weren't going crazy. Like a couple people like asked for his photo or whatever, and I was just like, I don't like doing that. Every time I've met someone like that in the wild, I'm just like, no, I can't.
I've barely met.
I know the feeling.
Yeah.
Mark Maron is maybe the most famous person
cool.
I've met.
Mark
Yeah,
Maron's
it was pretty neat. Yeah.
But like with him, it was just one of those things. I just let it go. But like I learned later. So I've worked in comics for a long time. I used to work for a different comic book store. I'm not going to talk about that too much.
No.
But allegedly,
we'll do it off pod.
The story goes that the location they had here in Lakeland, that Seth Rogen came in shopping while he was first dating and visiting like his wife's parents.
Wow.
Right? He came in, and then the guy who worked there, Ed, was talking to him and was like, "Hey man, how's it going?" He's like, "Yeah, good." He's just like, "Hey man, what do you recommend, right, for comics?" And Ed went, "Well, I recommend these two are my favorite books right now: Preacher and Invincible."
Damn.
Okay.
And
Wow.
I heard this story before Preacher and before Invincible came out as TV shows produced by Seth Rogen.
I was gonna say, does he produce Invincible
shit, yeah,
too?
that makes
Because I
sense.
knew
Yeah,
Preacher
yeah.
was him. Yeah.
Yeah, he produces both of those
That's
shows.
so
And it's
funny.
one of those things where it's just like the degrees of influence that happened there was like really cool.
That's cool.
Yeah, he's a comic guy. He became a comic guy because of where I live. But it's one of those things where it's like, what were we talking about before that?
We're talking about what did we like about the film? Because I wanted to
The
have a
puppetry.
little bit of a positive.
Yeah, the
to
puppetry
this.
is really good. The performances are really good.
Yeah.
I think that like, those are my two things.
Crypto's CGI seemed a little off.
It seemed
A lot
off
of
in
the CGI
Superman
seemed a little
too.
off. Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
I don't think they can. I don't like Crypto CGI in any of the movies.
I
right?
agree.
I think it looks really bad.
Yes.
Yeah, it looks good sometimes, but then the more he's moving, the worse it looks.
It's not
And
nearly
I
as
was-
bad as Stitch in the live
Yeah,
action
I had
Stitch.
the thought when I went in. I was like, the movie I saw before I saw this in theaters was Sheep Detectives. 5
So
stars,
good.
movie of the year.
We should be talking about that actually instead of this.
New episode just dropped.
Yeah,
no,
there it goes. Yeah.
So, but like I look at the CGI in Sheep Detectives, and I was
It's
like, "Fuck,
really
man, it's
fucking good.
clean. It is
Wow.
so good." And I'm like,
I'm assuming that movie has a much lower budget too.
Have you
Yeah.
not seen it?
No, it's on my Plex because your wife was like really hyping it up to me the other day. But
it's like for me right now, Project Hail Mary Sheep Detective.
It's actually
they are like right next to each other.
Is it really fucking? You know what's funny is like every so often I promote the podcast whenever I'm talking to new people at my work shows and things. I suggested Sheep Detective to somebody over the week that I worked because it's such a good movie.
Unironically, one of the best movies of the year.
Yeah,
okay,
by far.
Yeah,
I'll check it out.
What do we not like about this movie? Just kidding. we already did all that.
I want to talk about how at the end of this movie, how they changed the ending so significantly from the book. Right?
Let's hear it.
Yeah.
So, and like I said earlier, like there was like a moment where like the writer misunderstood the book.
And
right?
yes, actually, this is perfect. Go ahead.
Let's
get into the
at the end of the movie, right? We know that like they find Creme of the Yellow Hills. That Creme. They find him. They fight him, and then Ruthie is thinking about killing him, and then Supergirl's, no, don't do it. And then she goes, vengeance isn't the right answer. And then she goes, stab, stab, stab. And then Supergirl kills Creme of the Yellow Hills, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
In the comic, we get this big, huge reveal at the end that it took months in the comic, like in the storyline of the comic.
Right. It wasn't over the course of 3
quick.
days.
Yeah. It was a lot more drawn out. Creme joined the space pirates because he was so evil. They were like, hey, man, welcome aboard.
We love what you do.
Yeah. Hey, man, we've been watching. This is sick. Come on in. And the Brigands have this strict code that's just like, it's very like no one left behind ever, right? Like that's their whole thing, right? So it's like when Supergirl and Ruthie kidnap Creme to get the antidote, right? When they kidnap him to get the antidote,
all the guys show up
and they have him tied up on a beach, a beautiful blue and sandy beach, right? In contrast to the Thor Dark World background we ended up in. He's tied up and Supergirl's like, Ruthie, stay here. And she goes to space. And Supergirl has this huge fight against an entire fleet of space pirates.
Yeah.
Jesus fucking
And it's
Christ.
so badass. And like Ruthie talks about like the songs that were sung about that fight, right? And it's just like this really cool fantasy epic moment. But back on the beach, Ruthie, like Creme is talking shit. He's like, oh, you're that little girl whose parents I fucking killed, huh?
Yeah.
You're a little fucking bitch. You won't untie me. You won't kill me right now. You won't do it. And she goes, fine. And she puts the sword in the middle of the dirt, walks 50 feet away, unties him and goes, let's fucking fight then.
Yeah.
And then like they fight and she overpowers his ass and she beats him. And she's like, she has this whole character growth moment where it's just like, she's proven that she is strong enough. She never needed Supergirl.
Yeah.
Right. And she's got him on the fucking ropes, in the dirt, in the sand, waves washing over him. She's holding the sword and he's like, fine, fucking kill me. And she's like, I can't do it. I can't fucking do it. Right. And then Supergirl shows up, sees her holding the sword, and is like, God fucking damn it, Ruthie. And she grabs the sword. She's like, no, I can't let you do it. I can't let you kill him. I'll fucking kill him myself then. She's like, wait, no, wait. I'm not going to kill him actually. And she's like, you don't understand. I went on this whole fucking journey to teach you that vengeance is not right. The whole reason we did this is because you need to learn that like vengeance is not the answer, right? That anger and hatred in your heart is not the answer because that's what my family wants people to know. That's what Superman wants people to know. That's what I want people to know. It's like vengeance isn't the answer. And she's like, but what about Crypto? And she goes, Crypto's fucking fine. He's been fine the entire time. You think a little bit of poison's going to kill Crypto? A little bit of poison won't kill me. It won't kill Crypto.
Yeah.
Right? And so they lock him in the Phantom Zone. They lock Creme into the Phantom Zone.
Oh, that's the perfect
this
like
isn't
Deus Ex Machina like ever created.
But it gets even better. So time passes. 50 years pass. Supergirl is still young and beautiful and vibrant because she's Supergirl.
Yeah.
Ruthie is an old woman now. And she talks about like that time she met Supergirl and said Supergirl came to visit and they walk out to the hill where Creme killed Ruthie's father. And she uses the portal gun for the Phantom Zone and Creme is there and he's like, I have spent 50 years realizing that everything I have ever done is wrong and that I have caused irreparable harm to you and hundreds of thousands of others. And
rehabilitation
I am so sorry. And Supergirl hands the sword to old woman Ruthie and Ruthie cuts his fucking head off.
That's fucking awesome.
And it is just such a great moment in a great comic
Holy
book.
shit.
And then they went, let's just shit all over that so that Lobo can be like, way to go, Supergirl. And
It truly did bother me the second time I watched it too, because like
you watched it twice?
Yeah, I had to prep.
When you said, "Hey, I've got it on my Plex. If you want a refresher," and I said, "I'm good."
I
dude.
know.
I do not
I
need
read
to-
it loud and clear.
Yeah, I don't need to read
at
this
all.
one.
Well, I mean, also it's because the movie's a little forgettable. But yeah, I'm watching it the second time, and I'm like, yeah, I'm kind of glad she does this, but I'm like, but it doesn't feel earned.
It wasn't.
And also, it just keeps cutting to those insert scenes of Lobo, and I'm like, is this okay? It's not as bad as the end of Man of Steel.
no.
because I get so mad about him killing Zod.
Yeah,
And it was just such a like.
There were thousands of other options, and it's just like it's not very Superman of him.
To me, it was such a line in the sand of Zack Snyder like putting down his flag and saying like, I'm going to do the dark evil like Superman as a god. You know, like I clearly have read so much Ayn Rand that like I'm obsessed with the idea of like superheroes are gods and we should worship them and blah 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 blah. And like I won't get started on this tirade anymore.
We've done it,
but we've done it so many times. I'm so sorry. I just feel like it's ad nauseum at this point. But I hate the ending of Man of Steel so much. I think that movie is fine, but
it was cool watching people like throw haymakers and like cause some actual like what if you did get hit by Superman?
And like when is Michael Shannon bad? He's giving it.
No, it's Michael Shannon.
Yeah, but I remember watching it and then watching him kill Zod. I was like, that doesn't feel right.
Yeah,
there's something wrong with that.
I think that a good superhero movie, at the end of the day, it's like, what do you look at a superhero as a god? No, but it looks at you as something that you can like stride towards, right?
Yeah.
Like the type of like. And it's like, if I look at like good superhero movies, like Superman 2025 ultimately is just like, hey man, like all the hope posting that was like a thing, like after Superman 2025.
Yeah.
And
truly then like why I respect that movie so much more, you know, a year after its release. Cause I was like, it made people, and you especially, it was not like, you know, we weren't cold and dead to it. It made us feel so good.
I forgot to say this about things I liked about the movie. David fucking Cornsweet. Right?
Yes.
Like all of his scenes in this movie are fantastic.
He's
and
great.
It is just like he's doing such a good job as Superman.
It's
right?
true.
I look at like I look at like this movie, it doesn't make me want to be like, it doesn't fill me with hope. It doesn't fill me with like this desire to be a better person. It doesn't make me want to overcome my traumas. Right? Like, which is what this book does. This book makes me really want to overcome my traumas. I still haven't, but you know, I'm working on it.
But it gave you a little bit of inspiration. It made you feel a little better about it. You know?
People talk about like, it's like, if I'm talking about like best superhero movies ever, right? It's just like, I think that like, you look at like Spider-Man 2, right? Like the Tobey Maguire Spider-Man 2.
I'm always saying this and he won't listen to me.
Don't get me started. I've watched it. It's fine. I don't want to get murdered. Please.
I'm not upset. Everyone's entitled to their opinion unless it's wrong.
We know he's wrong.
Yeah.
He hates Sam Raimi for no reason.
Guys.
Have you seen Darkman? Spider-Man 2 also does that same thing where it's just like being a good person does not require you to have exemplary abilities. You just choose to be a good person. That's what Spider-Man 2 is all about, right? It's like choosing to be that person that you want to see, right? It's like Batman, when he is really good in his comics, he is a good person, right? He is not some dark, gritty guy who's just like, oh, what if Batman was this guy?
The Matt Reeves movie is so fucking good because it's the darkest, grittiest almost. Like it's like a Zack Snyder
compassionate. He does actually show a lot of compassion in that movie and like lots of different
the end of the movie is flipping it on its head. What's the Zodiac guy? That's what
Paul Dano.
No,
so sorry.
The director of Zodiac. He makes the serial killer movies.
1 second.
Anyway, it doesn't matter. It's like a dark serial killer movie, and like Batman is like at its darkest and grittiest for a while. But then the end of the movie, he's realizing like, oh, I can't just be that guy. I can't just be vengeance.
Yeah.
I also need to be a symbol of hope. And it ends with him like guiding people out of a disaster zone by lighting a flare.
And illuminating everything.
Yeah, illuminating people and like walking them out.
Beautiful
and like
choice.
acting as like an emergency responder.
He's a beacon and a guide.
It's so fucking beautiful.
David Fincher.
Thank you. I said Snyder when I meant Fincher earlier.
Yeah, you're good.
But yeah, I'm like, that movie is like two halves of like, yes, it's also like trying to be the darkest, grittiest Batman, but also realizing that like, but that's wrong and I need to be better than that. And it's like, holy shit, this movie gets it so much for me, you know? Yeah.
And it's just like what I love about comic books. Like currently, if you wanted some comic book recommendations, the current Superman run right now is really, really strong.
Mainline title.
Just mainline title Superman. Yeah. Superboy Prime is our main Superman right now. So like for people who know who Superboy Prime is, he is a guy from a world where they have DC comics and he reads them. There are no superheroes in his world. And he goes into the comics and becomes Superboy Prime. Mm-hmm. He started as a villain. He started as everything that was wrong with comic book fans.
That I remember. Yeah.
Right? He has had a huge redemption arc. Okay. Right? And like he is trying to actively save DC comics. And he's like, why did I want to be Superboy? It's because Superman filled me with hope. Yeah. Right? And it's just like, he's currently on this run and like they're talking about a lot like how he's just like, in my world, Superman inspires people to be better. Mm-hmm. In my world, you can't get rid of Superman because he does so much good, not just here, but everywhere. Yeah. Right. Yeah. And there's like it's a really, really good book, right? Mm-hmm. It's like also like it's got a lot of like, it's like what Deadpool kind of wants to do a lot of the time, where it's like, look at how witty and self-referential I am, but like actually like funny, right?
Yeah.
You know,
but like while being a meta narrative of like the audience itself,
where it's
too.
just like, hey man, like there's like a scene in it where like this like magic user is like, oh, you seemed really pure and innocent, so I was gonna use your pure innocent soul for a spell, and he goes read a back issue, and it's just like it's just silly stuff. But no, like I think that like I look at this Supergirl movie, and I left the movie going, that's not Supergirl.
Yeah.
Right? Like that's not Supergirl, and like that's not even it's not even a hero, right?
Yeah,
like it doesn't feel like a heroic journey in any sense, right? Like or heroic actions were never really seemed to be taken.
Yeah.
Right? It felt more like, well, I got to go fight that guy.
Yeah.
One of the critic reviews I read was like, this just feels like Craig Gillespie doing his own version of Guardians of the Galaxy.
Yeah.
And like
trying to.
It does feel like that, especially like what you said earlier about you could just pluck Supergirl out of this movie and it wouldn't be any different. Like it doesn't feel like it doesn't make sense that it's a Supergirl movie.
Yeah.
And it's just so
disappointing.
Oh, extremely. Extremely.
That is the word.
I left the theater and that was my primary emotion when I left the theater, right? And like I think it's really interesting talking to people about this movie. And I said at the beginning I wanted to come back to Gail Simone because we talked about Gail Simone.
I'm so glad you remembered to circle
way back
down.
at the beginning.
Yeah.
At the very beginning when the reviews were coming out, I think a lot of people who hadn't seen the movie yet were saying, "Oh, you're just mad it's a woman. Oh, you're just mad that it's Supergirl."
Well, and we live in that day and age now where anything that's deemed like woke, if you see someone speak negatively about it before you even know, it feels like that's the knee-jerk reaction. It's it's like some anti-woke reactionary asshole on Twitter.
This is why I try to like hold my reservations and watch multiple reviews and then go see it myself before I try that stuff out.
I try to see it myself and then I'll go see what other people are saying usually. But like I get it, right? Like I want to see what people's perspectives are.
Yeah.
But like y'all probably saw this too, where people are like, "Oh, you're just mad that a woman was breaking up a child sex trafficking ring because you're all like, you know, this shit."
It is so weird that is kind of the narrative.
I did see that, yeah. But like I saw Gail Simone, who's like a very prolific comic book writer, female comic book writer, who's like written Supergirl in some stories before. Had like a really iconic Birds of Prey run. Like the best Deadpool writer, like in my opinion, has been Gail Simone.
I don't like Deadpool, but Birds of Prey rule.
Yeah, her Birds of Prey was fantastic. Yeah. She does a lot of really good stuff, and she was like super defensive of this movie, like publicly very defensive of this movie, and was just like, I think we need more badass women in movies and stuff. And it's just like, yes,
sure, but this isn't it.
But we need them to, you know, be actual representations of a good person and a good, you know, like in a good lead character, right? Where this movie doesn't have that. I think that like there's so much like inspiration in this movie that is just lost, right? Like I'm so mad that the advertising was like, read Supergirl Woman of Tomorrow, read it. We're gonna name one of the planets after the artist. They go to Bilky, the planet that's named after Bill Kieveley, who drew this beautiful piece of art.
It is really nice.
And yeah,
for those who can't see it, go look up the
Google the cover.
Go to your local comic shop and ask them to order it.
Yeah, that's true.
If you're in Central Florida, come to Intergalactic Plastic.
Intergalactic Plastic, thank you. I was wondering if you wanted to plug the
Hi, I'm the manager and primary comic book order at Intergalactic Plastic Toys and Comics in Lakeland, Florida.
My local store. That's where I go to play the Warhammers.
That's where he goes to play the Warhammers.
That's true.
But it's one of those things where it's like, go buy this and read it. Like if you need to go check it out at a fucking library, go check it out at a library. It's like, I have some customers who are like really good comic book fans, but they're new to it, right?
Yeah.
And they came in and they were like, yeah, we really liked the movie. Didn't understand all the hate it was getting. I was like, oh, did y'all read it? And they were like, no. And I was like, read it, right? And because they were like, oh, well, like it should be able to stand alone on its own. And I was like, it should. It doesn't. And then they said that they were doing this and then they didn't, right? This is one of the most colorful books. Right, like in the world.
Yeah,
like
I could see you opened it a little bit, and like
every single. I'm gonna show and tell this, but like this page,
yes,
this is the planet where Supergirl is like under the green sun the entire time.
Yeah,
does that look gray and sad?
No,
washed out and dusty. Yeah.
Do you know what's amazing about that green planet, the green sun planet scene in the comic? Is that when Ruthie goes and like drags Supergirl into a cave, she has to fight a fucking pterodactyl. She fights
When you were saying earlier that like there's an amazing scene where she leaves Ruthie with Krem, and then has to fly off and has like this crazy galactic battle.
Yeah.
I'm like, the only reason that didn't get filmed is I bet a producer looked at this and was like, we don't have the budget for this. Fuck that. And
Well, what's
crossed it out or
crazy
something.
about this
Like,
is,
that's
like,
insane that
They
they
could
wouldn't film
have
that.
left him on the beach, on a beautiful beach, and have explosions out in space. They didn't have to do.
And even like, don't cut away to it. Just have it in the background
That's what I was
to
gonna say.
save
It's like
money, maybe.
When Derek was talking about how like songs will be sung about this this battle and whatnot.
Yeah.
you can have the narration. Like it's almost a killer that they didn't have the movie narrated by Ruthie. Like as
I know.
woman.
They should have.
When Derek
Yeah.
said that, I was like, that's a much better
better,
framing
yeah.
device than what we had.
Because then you get this like mythological like mysticism, right?
Yeah.
Like this lore of like who this person is and like how she's affected cultures. It's like she can still be a fuck up. She can still be a fuck up and not have to go on this whole journey to figure out who she is.
Yeah,
Right.
Well, I mean, fuck, that's Greek gods.
Yeah,
all Greek
right.
gods are flawed, and there's so many different
Yeah.
stories about how they fuck things up and have to
It's
fix
like
it. Yeah,
what I love about this is like Supergirl is like, I have a duty to respect the people who have lost, right?
Yeah.
Where Superman is like, I want to protect all of the life, right? Where it's like Supergirl is much more like, we need to also mourn those who we have lost, right?
Yeah,
Where
yeah.
it's just like Superman also mourns people when they're gone, right? But that's not like his primary thing,
Yeah.
right? Where Supergirl, since she was there, she saw it, right? It's like she has a lot more like sadness, right? That's what this book at least like tries to like focus on. And like there's so many things in this book that they could have added. And the one thing that they didn't add that I was okay with was Comet the Super Horse. Do you guys know about Comet the Super
I
Horse?
don't. I'm sorry.
So Comet the
I'm a
Super
fake
Horse
fan.
was a Kryptonian man who was turned into a horse, or vice
okay.
versa, and he used to be Supergirl's boyfriend way back in the golden age of comics.
Tight.
But there's a scene where instead of Krem pulling out a kryptonite arrows out of his ass, he has this magic orb that basically is like, this is going to trap you in it. It will chase you to the ends of time. And like she gets on Comet the Super Horse and flies all the way to the edge of the fucking universe, right? And then so it like goes away, right? It's like this whole thing. It's like this whole really cool moment in the book where she's like relying on Comet to like help, right?
Gotcha. Yeah.
And I was fine with them getting rid of that because having a horse that was her actual boyfriend in the movie can,
That's kind of wild.
yeah, literally. But then Toy Story 5 came out, had horses in it. Pretty
It's
good
true.
movie.
Yeah, it was
Oh,
good.
Odyssey.
yeah.
Odyssey
yeah.
came out, had horses in it. Pretty good movie.
Yeah.
Supergirl, no horses.
Damn.
Pretty
Suffers.
bad movie. Pretty bad movie.
They fucked up so many
Should have put the
ways.
horses in it.
That's true.
It was all there.
Should have put the
They
horses in
fucked it up.
Yeah.
Toy Story 5 was good.
Yeah, it was.
Toy Story was
I,
good.
I liked it.
That's what
I
everything I
also liked
heard. I know that there's horses in it. I didn't see the movie.
I'm getting
It's
my
good.
daughter really into Toy Story because we were getting ready for it. And I was like, you know what? My wife and I have grown up with Toy Story because like the first one came out when we were like
95,
5.
right?
Yeah. And so I was like, we've had Toy Story all our lives. Like, let's show this to our daughter. And she loved it. And then
It's very timeless.
Yeah,
Like,
it
it's
is.
very timeless.
My son
film.
loves them.
Yeah.
All 4 of them.
I had some extended family that were like down on it because they were like, oh, I didn't like 4 at all. And I was like, I think 4 is fine. Like, it's not as good as 2 and 3, but like, it's fine.
4 is I don't care for it. 5 is significantly better than 4. Like
Yeah,
leaps and
I can
bounds.
see
And
that,
it felt
yeah.
like I don't know. It was the whole perpetual Disney's doing cash grabs and shit like that. They can't make new properties. They have to go back to old ones, right?
Yeah.
3 felt like a really good final chapter that they could have
Yeah.
ended. The
3
thing
is
on.
like shockingly good.
Yes, I know.
Mhm.
And
Yeah.
then bringing dude, it made me cry. Bringing out
They all
4.
make me cry.
4 didn't. 4 didn't. And like
Okay.
bringing out 4, it was just like, what are we doing? And then when 5 was announced, dude, nobody hated the idea of it more than I did.
Yeah.
Same.
And then I worked in Canada. My wife, my mom, and my son went to go see it.
Mhm.
And my wife was like, "Hey, it's actually pretty good,"
Mhm.
and he loved it, and he would love to see it with you when you get back.
Oh.
Got back home, me and him went and saw it. Fucking fantastic! I was
Yeah.
texting her the whole
Hell yeah.
the whole time.
Yeah.
This is actually really
Wow,
fucking
texting in the movie.
good. We were
Damn,
all
fake
no
fan.
shit, no shit, dude. My son was like, "Let's sit all the way in the back,"
Oh,
because
fuck
he was like,
yeah.
"I want to go. I want to be all.
I
want
want to see all of it.
Yeah, and I was like, "Fuck yeah, kid, let's go." So we sat all the way in the back row, and like, and
Sick.
I'm not gonna bother anybody.
Sick as hell.
And I was expecting to hate it. So,
Yeah.
yeah.
I think that like you want to like harken it back to Supergirl. Like Pixar has like this like I don't know if they still follow this 100%, but they have like a storytelling guide of like 30 rules for like storytelling. I
Sure.
don't know if you've ever seen this.
No, I
Or
haven't.
like one of the things that they talk about in that storytelling guide is like a character can fall into any situation because of bad luck, but they can never get out of it because of good luck.
Sure, you have
They
to
always
strive
have to
get
earn
out of
it.
Yeah.
And this
okay.
movie was like, oh, that's a lot of bad luck for Supergirl and a lot of really good luck for Supergirl. Good thing that happened right when it did.
Yeah.
Like it is just like it's those little moments where it's just like, did Supergirl do anything? She didn't really get to, right? We get to see our first look at like X-ray vision, I think. I don't think we saw X-ray vision in Superman, so we see a little bit of X-ray vision in this
That's
movie.
true. There's like a split second of her in the hood.
There's a
using
couple
it.
of scenes of her using X-ray vision in this, and then there's like, but other than that, like no, like there's like no moments of her like earning like anything. Like she didn't like fight her way out of it because she was clever, and she didn't like figure out how to do it because of XYZ. Lobo chopped a guy's head off, right? And oh, Ruthie like came in at just the right moment, and like these dumb little.
Where do we think the DCU whatever goes from here? The James Gunn verse.
I think that they really need to. I love B-list and C-list comic book characters. Okay. All of my favorite characters are B-list and C-list.
Oh, is this why you're really hype on Clayface?
I am kind of hype on Clay. I'm more hype on Lanterns.
Me too.
I'm really hype on Lanterns.
I was going to ask if you think Lanterns...
But I want to get... I'll come back to that in a second.
Sure.
I think that they need to figure out Batman and Wonder Woman by the end of the year.
Yeah.
They need to have... I don't think they need to be like...
we got 2 more years until Batman's back.
I mean... For that Batman,
well, that's right. That's not even
Reeves,
this.
No.
I think, unironically, I think the smartest move they could do is to just say, "This Batman is our Batman." Yeah, they could just take Robert Pattinson and make him the DCU Batman, and I know
it would save them so much effort.
It would make it so much easier, right? And it's like I know that Matt Reeves doesn't want to play around with the fantastical elements that like
he doesn't have to,
but he doesn't have to. Yeah. But you can still put those rogues out, right? And then like you can still have Robert Pattinson show up in other things as Batman, right? And like I think that's fine. I think that figuring out Wonder Woman is really smart too. They need to get people excited for the names that they know, right? And people don't know anyone else. I have seen the Alan Rickson stuff. Like he's talked about it.
It was this weekend, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, Comic-Con. He was talking about. He said he was talking to Gunn about DC. And honestly, Smallville fans rise up. Bring him back as Aquaman.
Oh, he was Aquaman at that?
Yeah, he's Aquaman in Smallville.
Damn.
Bring him back as Aquaman.
That's so funny.
Right? Because like I know he wants to be Batman. I don't think he would be a good Batman. Like
I think he'd be absolute Batman because he looks like that one.
If I love the absolute line, I don't think we're ever getting live action absolute stuff. The fact that
we're getting the animated series like next year.
Yeah, the fact that we're even getting the animated series this quickly is insane.
Well, it's like because that has basically saved DC Comics.
Oh yeah, 100%. Look, I could go into like if this is a podcast about comic books only, we'd be talking for like 5 hours. Like I think that like absolute does not translate well to live action at all. I don't think there's
but I want an animated
Green Arrow
series.
Does.
Green Arrow will. I think that Green Arrow is another character they could try to get because people know Green Arrow so well from Arrowverse.
My ass would be fucking seated.
Hell yeah, dude!
I love Absolute Green Arrow.
Yeah, but how many other people?
I will buy the whole fucking row. I don't give a fuck.
I'm excited for Zolo Manduera. I think that's how you say his last name. But I'm excited for him to come back as Blue Beetle in Man of Tomorrow.
Hell yeah.
Because Blue Beetle was really fucking good.
Yes, it was. I only got to watch it.
The best George Lopez movie I've ever seen.
But I agree with you. Jola Madureira is how you say his name. Yeah, I enjoyed it. It was like low budget and whatever. But I remember
Susan Sarandon was great.
Yeah, James Gunn was saying like this is going to be our Blue Beetle whenever we do eventually have him and whatnot. And then I saw you. I think either you posted it or saw it on Instagram.
Probably me.
That he was like they are bringing him back. Like cool, good shit. We love that. Yeah.
And like, and he's so like he did a really good job as Jaime Reyes, right? And like it's one of those things where it's like I think that like getting really strong characters to play supporting roles, I think is really good for the future of the DC universe, right? Like not relying on giving everyone a solo movie. I don't think we'll ever get it would be the equivalent of like calling them the Terrifics, right? But like all the people we saw in Superman, right? Like Hawkgirl and Guy Gardner and Mr. Terrific and Metamorpho. I don't think we're going to get like a Terrifics movie. I don't think we're going to get a Terrifics TV show, right? I don't think we're going to get that. But I think we're going to see them somewhat regularly. And I think that's really cool.
Yeah.
I think that like instead of relying on your world building being like, here's a post-credit scene and here's a reference to a guy that happened over there. Here are the characters. Right? This is them. Yeah. They are doing their own shit all the fucking time. Yeah. If we want to make a cartoon, we'll make a fucking cartoon. Right? I love the idea of incorporating cartoons into your like mainline continuity because you get
Creature Commandos is great.
I was going to say that's the one.
It was really good.
Yeah. And like it actually plays somewhat into the plot of like Peacemaker season 2 a little bit too, right? I think Peacemaker was really strong. I didn't like
how the second season ended.
It ended with Salvation, right? And taking Salvation and turning it into what this is really interesting. So like Salvation Run is a really interesting comic where they took all the villains and they put them there, right? Like they got like it's like Luthor and like all the other villains are like on Salvation and they get out, right? Turning that into like a prison for heroes or whatever will be really interesting, right? So it's like I wouldn't be surprised if we get in Man of Tomorrow, we'll be back in Salvation, and we're gonna see like a mass breakout of heroes from Salvation or something like that. Like that wouldn't surprise me at all.
Yeah,
I think that like DC's future is really dependent on like the film future, right? Their film future is really dependent on them understanding that so many people just want to see a good movie.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And it's just like, as much as people are like, oh man, like talk about like the Ghost Rider stuff, right? With like Marvel that they just announced and like all these things where it's just like, there's so much like Marvel can announce anything and people will cheer at Comic-Con.
Yeah,
right. It doesn't mean anything.
That's
right?
true. And we don't even know if it'll actually get fucking made.
It probably won't. And you know, I want it to get made. I love Ryan Gosling.
Who doesn't?
I love when he wears a sick ass jacket and rides a motorcycle. Place Beyond the Pines.
Oh yeah. That was a great movie.
Yeah. But I also really like when a movie cares about its characters. And I think that like what makes a good superhero, like another thing that makes a superhero movie really good is like when the writers and the directors and the people who are actually like creating the film love and care about the characters. I don't think Superman is James Gunn's favorite comic book character.
Sure.
But he understands the character and you can tell that he cares about the character.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. And like you can tell that he cares about all the characters that are in that movie because they all are treated with care. And when you look at Supergirl's not treated with any care.
She was not directed with love. Yeah.
Yeah.
I can
Like
see that.
definitely there's like, and you can tell when it's just like, and what with the writer's name? Who else? Didn't she also work on the Flash movie?
No, so this was her first writing.
But she was like a script doctor on the Flash movie.
Oh, that wasn't in what I saw.
Is that what
I'll believe you.
Am I thinking of someone else? I might be thinking of someone else, but I could have swore that she also worked on the Flash movie,
Let me
in the
go back
rewrites.
I'll go look real quick.
Maybe it was uncredited.
It might have been.
Maybe it was on that autopsy that you saw though.
It could have been.
That could have been
Because I was looking through her listed like filmography. This is her first feature film. She is a playwright. She's written like 2 plays. She's basically I called her like an up and coming writer because like there was almost nothing. She's mostly known as like an extra on like Vampire Diaries and like other like random TV shows I've never heard of. And so I was like, wow, how did she become the scriptwriter for this fucking movie?
Yeah, it's Supergirl and We Win. And then We Win was a short.
Okay.
So unless it was like an uncredited.
Yeah, this is her first feacher film. That's what I'm saying. I'm
okay, I think I'm thinking of someone else.
Okay.
Because I know that she was intended to. She was somewhat involved in the Flash movie somehow because they were going to spin off that Supergirl into a movie, and she was originally signed to do that Supergirl.
And she was the actress that played that Supergirl.
Sasha
I know was. You don't sound real confident.
I don't. It's Sasha,
I don't know her name.
Sasha something.
But I know she was real disappointed they didn't go with her for this, and then they wanted to do like a cameo in this movie with her, but she was like,
I'm good.
By the time I would fly to England and get done up and makeup for like a 30-second scene at best, she's like, I'm good.
It's not worth it.
Yeah.
No, and she was yeah. I don't know. Like I want the DCU to be good. I love DC way more than I love Marvel, right?
Same.
And
Yeah.
like
I'm in the same boat.
I think I'm then the minority here.
I think that Marvel has great things too, right?
Sure.
But I think the things that have stuck with me and influenced me the most have been like DC stuff.
No, I
right?
gotcha. Yeah.
It's like if they ever make a New Mutants movie, which they've never done and they never will, and you're not going to point at me and act like there's something I don't know about, and that there's not something I'm not talking about.
That movie does not exist. I know.
Then I will very happily be first in line, right? Because the New Mutants are like my favorite, right? Like favorite characters out of that. But they would have to make a New Mutants movie, and they're just not going to do that.
Yeah, they'll never make it.
Yeah, that's never going to happen.
As someone who is primarily a Batman fan, I am feasting all the fucking time.
Yeah.
Especially now that Zack Snyder's movies are dead and in the ground.
Yeah.
I'm always eating good, and I can't complain, truly. Even as someone who plays Fortnite casually, it's hot bat summer right now. I'm eating
It is.
good.
Dan Mora's bumper arts are fantastic. Dan Mora is like chef's kiss. He's like so good. Such
It's
a
good shit.
artist.
I know you don't know what we're talking about, Will.
No, I
and
know what
you're
you're talking
mad
about.
that we're talking
No, I'm
about
not mad about it. Why do I even look
Hey man,
mad?
you want to jump on Fortnite duos later?
I was gonna say like, yeah, I'm a Marvel fan and stuff, but the one thing that I'm current on is fucking Green Arrow. I'm not gonna shut up about Green Arrow.
Absolute Green Arrow is really, really strong, right? Like the current Absolute Green Arrow run is really good.
It's so good.
The bad news is in mainline continuity, Green Arrow is becoming a Batman sidekick.
Fuck.
So funny.
Fuck. That's kind of like how I'm Jared's sidekick. That's wild.
just like real life.
Yeah, it's just real life.
Yeah.
Are you my Silent Bob? Like,
No.
No, he doesn't shut up.
Yeah, that's bingo. There it is. I don't.
I was super unrelated. I was scrolling on Roku live channels the other day, and
soon to be Fox News Live TV channels.
Yeah. But there's like a channel that's like made by like it's like mad, like not mad like Mad TV, but like mad like Alfred E. Newman shenanigans.
Mad Magazine.
Mad Magazine
Okay,
type
yeah,
shit.
yeah.
There's like a channel that's for them, and they had Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back on there, and I was like, I haven't seen this movie in forever. I'll put it on, and I tune in, and it's right when Mark Hamill shows up in the movie as the cock knocker, right?
Yeah.
And I didn't realize that the To Be Live things were censored.
Oh no! Why even play that movie? I remember when they would play it on Comedy Central, and like you're missing half the movie,
right? And I was just like, and it was just like. And it's just like blank, just like full blank, like constantly in that movie.
That's tight.
No, sadly, Green Arrow is becoming a Batman side character.
That's fine. I like Hawkeye more, anyways.
You like hot guys more?
Yeah, I do. Yeah,
nice.
Yeah, I do. There it is.
Yay!
Let's go talk about Ryan Gosling again.
I was going to complain, like, is Green Arrow as Batman's sidekick, does he at least have one arm so that he's jumping up to shoot Superman, with, like, pulling the bowstring with his teeth, you know, like in Dark Knight Returns?
No, you mean like Roy Harper? Roy Harper famously has lost his arm. Like his Speedy. Do you know Speedy?
No.
You know Speedy.
Yeah, I know Speedy. He's the red Green Arrow. Or
He's Red Arrow.
Yeah.
Oh,
Speedy
okay.
is Red Arrow.
Yeah,
Speedy
yeah.
very famously lost his arm and became Arsenal at one point. He's
Arsenal.
also-
That's it.
Yeah.
Oh,
That's
no.
what
I was
know
talking about the
as.
end of Dark Knight Returns. Ollie, by that point in the future, because it's like kind of set in the future, like
Yeah.
Ollie's lost an arm. And so when he jumps up to shoot Superman with a kryptonite arrow, he uses his teeth to pull the bow.
Oh, yeah.
It's kind of fucking
Sick.
rad, though.
It was neat. Yeah.
Dark Knight Returns is good.
It's a
right?
classic for a reason.
It's
yeah.
good. There's definitely things. I think that like, if we're gonna talk about comics, we can talk about comics. But like, I think that like Absolute Green Arrow is really, really strong right now. If you're gonna go and like pick up a book that's current, like it just got extended to 12 issues, so it went from a mini to a maxi.
Yeah.
And they're getting a spin-off one shot for Black Canary.
Black Canary, yeah.
That's really good. It's like I think a good amalgam is like I Know What You Did Last Summer, but
Oh, wow.
Green Arrow.
With Luigi Mangione.
Yeah, but
I
Green
remember you
Arrow.
telling me that, yeah.
Green Arrow is Luigi Mangione. Yeah,
That's
100%.
funny.
Yeah.
Damn.
Guys, I love it.
It's good. It's good. It's the most woke shit it could possibly be.
That's
And
so funny.
It fucking
Brother,
rips.
it's woke 3, baby.
It's woke with a 3, WOK3.
There it is.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Well,
Yes.
I don't have any real trivia for this
There
movie.
isn't
and
any.
All of
There
it
can't be.
online is bad.
Oh, I think Derek's
Yeah, I mean, Derek brought all the anything
really
that was
good
worth
stuff,
talking
yeah.
about.
Just cold DM me if you want fun facts about Supergirl.
Well, let's go around the room and give how many stars we would give this movie. Derek, you were our guest, so you can go first.
Hi. So when I walked out of the theater on Letterboxd, I gave it 4 stars because I really wanted it to be good. And I think that right now I'm at 2.5 to 3 stars.
Yeah.
I think that that's where I'm actually going to sit. Because I think that like at the end of the day, it is a fine generic superhero movie, and it just deserved.
That's so
Yeah.
disappointing.
I'm glad you've settled on that because I remember seeing you cross-posting that to like Instagram, I'm pretty sure. And I was like, oh no, is that cope? Because I've not been hearing good things.
It was. I sip on the copium.
Yeah. And it's, I get it. Like when I walked out of Batman Forever, I was ecstatic. Or Batman and Robin even.
Yeah.
Like the one I really don't like now. And I was ecstatic still. And I remember being like, not as good as the other ones though.
Yeah.
Anyway, Will.
It's a 2. I hate to say it. Like it's so disappointing because I did also see your review and that was the only like bright light in the sea of shit that I was hearing too. And I was like, well, I trust Derek because Derek they sold me on this on like the comic book run. They sold me on this movie. Like I'm gonna trust your.
I wanted it so bad.
Yeah.
I know, and like my kid was not being cooperative in the movie.
Oh,
So,
no.
like that did not help with it. But I was so fucking disappointed afterwards, and like both me and my wife talked for like 25 minutes on the drive back, and it was just like it was really disappointing. Yeah, I'll give it a 2. It's sad.
Yeah, I'm a 2.5. That's what
Yeah.
I put on Letterboxd. And then I looked and like almost everybody I'm friends with on Letterboxd gave it the exact same score. And I
Yeah.
was like, damn, that didn't influence me. I looked at it after. I always try to do that. But yeah,
Right.
it was just like, and the half star is out of pity too.
Sure,
really, 'cause
yeah.
it's
Yeah.
just like
'Cause you
because I
wanted to.
want to
Yeah,
like
you wanted
it.
to
I'm
like
not
it.
trying to shit on it.
I feel very
No.
similarly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where it's like this was if Thor Dark World was Supergirl. And it's crazy to say it like that.
It's so true.
But it is, right? There's nothing happens and everything's gray.
Yeah.
I saw that movie and literally only remembered that like Christian Bale's on a different movie. That's all I remember about it.
That's Thor 4. You're thinking of Thor
Oh, it's Dark World's 2.
Yeah,
Dark World's
you-
the second
you're
one with
thinking
Christopher
about-
Eccleston.
I've also
Yeah.
seen it and remember absolutely nothing.
Yeah.
And that's
about
how
it.
this movie will be remembered.
Yeah.
Thor 2
Man.
had elves in it. I like elves.
Yeah,
Those are
Dark
cool.
World was the one that everybody clowned on for years.
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
remember
and
that,
the
like,
worst
the
MCU.
color grading and everything in this movie felt like that,
Yeah,
right? Like
yeah.
it
Yeah, you're right.
Thor Dark World does have one of my favorite Thor moments in all of the MCU where he hangs the Mjolnir on the coat rack. It's like a 1 second background scene where like someone puts his coat and he just goes.
Okay,
That's funny.
never mind. We can't do this again. I was gonna be like, that Doomsday trailer is so bad. They just relive. Like, remember when this happened?
Do you guys know like the fake AI trailers, right?
Oh
Yes.
It looks like
Doesn't
a
it
fake
feel
AI
like? Yes,
trailer.
it does. It does.
That's because they
it is.
they edit
No.
so much. Well, that's true, but they edit so much stuff out of them too because they don't want to like give away the surprises. Just like, don't show us these fucking scenes, then please. Like, just don't do
exactly. Yeah.
Just write a script.
it, please. I'm begging you.
Write a script.
Will,
What's up?
I think I know the answer, and it's
Oh.
almost like a moot point. But would you put
No.
Supergirl out under the Debaser label?
No. Actually, hold on. There's only one way I would, right?
Yeah.
Is if they redid the movie.
No.
and did it the way that
Or we get
talked
the
about
Ayer
it.
cut, and David Ayer
Yes,
comes
we get
in.
yes,
and
David Ayer
puts in the
comes
scenes
like,
that he
hey
cut
guys.
out.
So like we know that this movie was kind of flat. So we're gonna add in a narrator. It's gonna be old lady Ruthie, and then we're gonna like completely change the end fight.
We're gonna
And
refilm the entire thing.
I would fucking absolutely.
All new needle drops.
If this movie was completely different, I would put it.
If this movie was different, I'd give it 5 stars.
Yeah, I know. No, absolutely not.
I mean, in what world?
Do we want to go out of business?
I think the only way you release this is if you do it as a commentary track. Like you only release it with
But in
your
the-
commentary track.
in the way that the like Mystery Science 3000 guys,
Yeah.
what is it? It has a
Hold on.
riff
Mystique
tracks.
we
Hold on.
Yeah,
I got you.
tracks.
I got you.
Yeah.
I got you. The only way we do it is if it's a special version of this, right? With hard
Oh, you're
front and
pointing at
back.
Derek's
At-
feet.
hardcover.
I was like,
Yeah.
wait a minute.
Yes, I want
with a
Derek's
version of the
feet.
comic.
Put the DVD
With
in
my
between
toes?
Derek's feet. No, you
I'm
sell-
toes out in the studio, by the
Yes,
way.
you do,
They've been
yeah.
staring
I know.
for
those
2 hours.
fucking dogs are barking, and Daddy wants some. Anyways, God
Oh my
damn
God,
it.
we're getting loopy in
You're
here.
fucking up. You do a hardcover version of this book, and at the very back of it, you like, hey, if you like this, don't watch this, and it's the DVD.
Do not open.
But it's also like a commentary track, and
Yeah, that's fair.
And they have James Gunn sitting there, and
James Gunn
Craig
and
Gillespie, and you, and then both you and James Gunn
And
go.
then I get in a fist fight with Craig.
Yeah, exactly. So Craig, what was your thought process
Punch.
for this one?
Yeah.
You know,
And then a punch.
Speaking of that, and also Derek, at the beginning, I think you said that like I don't know what is the most like accurate to the source material comic book movie. I have a pitch for you. I think it's Robert Rodriguez's Sin City, because he almost
Honestly?
tried to film it page for page.
Honestly, yeah.
And my special edition DVD of it came
Yeah.
with the
With the
first,
book. Yeah, it comes with the book. I think it's
Dame to
that.
Kill For.
You know
Yeah.
the other comic book movie that's probably the most accurate, right?
which is
Dick Tracy.
Oh, okay. Well, I
Haven't
never
seen
read
it.
Dick Tracy comics.
Why
but,
would
like,
you?
I could. See,
Why would you?
I mean,
You were born in the
I'm
last
not a
35
boomer. Yeah,
years,
exactly.
right?
Yeah.
Or whatever. It's like there's a big difference between that and like being like 80,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah,
When Dick
yeah.
Tracy was a thing.
Also, I wasn't even alive when Dick Tracy came out.
No,
the movie.
none of us were, right? But like, it is a very accurate comic book movie. Like,
Yeah,
actually,
yeah.
I would say that.
It's like to the point where they use like
But
so much
prosthetics to make him
prosthetics,
look like
the exaggerated faces. Yeah,
It's a fun one. It's fun to watch. I would say
yeah.
it's fun to
But
watch.
hey, you know what? They did the same thing in Sin City.
They did
'cause they did that
They did
to,
all the physical prosthetics.
What the fuck is He's like
The way they filmed that movie is insane.
Yeah.
Like all the behind the scenes
he
stuff.
like
for Sin
created
City.
a whole new, and it's how they film all the DCU movies now. But he like created a whole new like process to like. So that he could add in so much CGI after
Yeah.
the fact. There were scenes where some of the actors never even met.
People
on
never even
set.
saw each other. Yeah.
Yeah, and then and now that's normal.
And now,
God,
that's why
actually, Robert Rodriguez ruined the industry.
Robert Rodriguez ruined it, and
God
that's why
damn
Sir
it.
Ian McKellen cries every time he makes a fucking Lord of the Rings movie now.
there's. I love those clips, man. Every time it pops up on Instagram Reels, I fucking I laugh so hard to cry.
And he's back. We're doing
He is
another
back.
send off for Wolverine and Professor X.
Yeah.
What? Let them die.
They will
No,
in Doomsday in the first 5 minutes.
no, you think they're gonna get more than 5 minutes?
Yeah.
No, they're dead.
No, they're gonna get.
They're
more
going to
than
be back
You
in
know,
Doomsday too.
let's
You know who's
Professor
gonna die in
X
the first 5 minutes?
We'll return in
The
Doomsday
Thunderbolts are gonna die in the first 5
first
minutes.
15 minutes. Okay,
And then
well,
15 minutes in is gonna be the X-Men.
So I'll
And then the Beyonder's gonna show up.
The first 15 minutes, Professor
And then
X
the
and
New
Wolverine are going
Mutants.
to die. And then the Thunderbolts, yeah, sure. They all die and they get to join Taskmaster in Hell, where they all belong.
And they all make out.
And they all make out and it'll be really fucking hot. What was I going to say? I'll bet you, I'll right now, I'll bet you $5 that Professor X and Wolverine die within the first 15 minutes of Doomsday.
I think the first hour and a half is going to be every single one of those characters fighting each other and going, wait a minute.
we're on the same side.
Wait a minute. I thought we was fighting Dr.
Wait,
Doom.
we're on the same side.
Yeah.
Is this that over and over?
You guys don't like Dr. Doom? We don't like Dr. Doom. That's
Yeah.
going to be the whole movie.
Most likely. I mean, they did that in the first Avengers.
They did.
Yeah.
And then it's going to happen again.
That's exactly what I'm fucking saying. They don't know how to do anything else now. They're just fucking treading the water.
If they
anyway.
had, like, genuinely, it's just like, can you please, Marvel, write a fucking script? At least Supergirl had a script, right? It was bad, but they had one.
It was bad, but they went with it. Yeah,
I like the Thunderbolts.
Thunderbolts was a good movie, actually.
Yes.
Thunderbolts is a pretty good superhero
It is
movie.
actually really fun.
Wasn't it Tom Holland that like gave away that like they write those movies as they're filming them
Yes.
or in the editing bay?
Yes.
And because he went and filmed the Odyssey, and he was like,
This is
wait,
how you
telling
make
them
it.
on the Brand New Day set, he's like, wait a minute, guys, we need to have a script like done before we come to set. What's happening?
Did you see Alan Cumming did an interview about Doomsday
Yeah.
where he was talking about like I showed up on set and I was on a green screen by myself and I didn't have real names and I didn't have any other physical person to act with. And so I filmed my 4 days of scenes and I'm going to go back in to do audio reshoots and shit whenever they figure out who I was talking to.
Yeah.
That makes
Well, he says he fought
so much
Doctor
sense.
Strange or some shit or
Yeah.
something. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know.
That's
a bummer.
makes
'cause,
so
like,
many things in
And
those
it's Alan
movies make
Cummings.
sense.
I was going to
Yeah.
literally about to say, it's Alan Cummings. Like,
He's great.
he's great.
Well, listener, what did you think of Supergirl? You can email us at debaserpod@gmail.com or comment on our Instagram or Blue Sky posts, because that's where I'm going to see them, about the movie, and we may read your message on the next episode. If you'd like to help the show out, please tell a friend about Debaser. We don't do any advertising, and this entire production is DIY and without AI. If you have any questions or comments, you can also email us at debaserpod@gmail. Our guest today has been Deric Sullivan. Deric, where can people find you, and do you have anything to plug?
Oh man, do I have anything to plug? One, I'm glad you don't use AI, even though it is my favorite Steven Spielberg movie.
Jared is
Wow.
actually thinking about replacing me with AI.
I think that
I'm replacing
you
with my wife.
You've been doing that for a really long time.
I don't know. I've
You
never
keep
met her.
telling me to.
Is she even real?
She's not real.
No, I think she's been AI the whole time. AI wife. You can find me on Instagram, dsul, DSULL18. You can find me on Letterboxd. It's DSULLTV, right? If you want to see my movie reviews.
I'll put links to those in the description for the listener.
Appreciate it. And it's like, I don't have anything to plug at the moment. I'm working on some stuff in the background. Follow me on Instagram. I make a lot of content there. I make like weekly comic book videos where I talk about like new releases, old releases, things like that. And then
plug the comic book store again.
Yeah, sure. We can plug the yeah, I guess. Intergalactic Plastic is located in Florida, 4419 South Florida Avenue, Lakeland, Florida. You can swing by 7 days a week. I've got plenty of comics. I've got toys. I've got games. You might be able to catch Will there playing 40K.
But it is miles and miles from Will and I's house. Do not look for us there.
Yeah. No, it is literally, I had to drive 3 hours to get here. Like the fact that...
Thank you. Do not dox us.
Yeah. The fact that, you come to the store...
We
come say
flew
hey.
Deric in for this
Yeah,
episode.
it's crazy.
We're
and
out a
then,
lot
like,
of money.
My actual thing I'll say is like I recently rewatched Head, the Monkeys film, and it really moved me. Right, so it's
Okay.
like watch Head. Go watch Head.
Like the band The Monkeys.
The Monkeys. They made a movie called Head. It's written by Jack Nicholson. Yes, that Jack Nicholson.
Good Lord.
And it is so good. It's such a good Vietnam War protest movie.
Wow.
It is fantastic.
Tight.
Go check it out. That would be my thing that I would recommend to people. I'm really high on it right now. Like I've been high on it for like 2 weeks since I've seen it. That's my shit right now.
Crazy out of left field recommendation. I love it.
Oh.
Well, my Watchbar co-host is Will. Will, you can be found on Instagram at pocket_infinity or on Blue Sky at willswitch-engaged. Do you have anything else you'd like to plug?
I'll do a movie recommendation too. I watched Good Luck, Have Fun, Don't Die on the plane.
Oh, yeah.
Anti-AI movie. It was good. I enjoyed it.
Yeah.
It's a little low budget. That's like the only thing that holds it back, but it's fun. It's a good time.
Very nice. Well, from my co-host Will, I'm Jared. Take care and goodbye, everybody.
Goodbye.
Bye.
Debaser is hosted and produced by Will Taylor and Jared Rusk. The show is mixed and edited by Jared Rusk. The intro is by AJ Stillabauer. You can find more of AJ's work at ajstillabauer.com. The cover art is by Dog Bites Back on Instagram. Check out debaserpod.com for links to all of our episodes and more. You can email the show at debaserpod@gmail.com. Please remember to subscribe to us on your podcast app and follow us on social media by searching for @DebaserPod. Special thanks to Haley and Courtney for their love and understanding. Thank you for listening, and take care of each other. We love Moana, the animated one.
Yeah. Who doesn't?
My wife is really excited
It's
to
very
watch this
good.
new one, and I'm just
It's
like,
very good.
honey, no,
Well,
we
it's like
can't.
I don't know how you could be excited.
I don't want to support any of these live action Disney movies.
Yeah,
And I
same.
just feel, and it's not like, oh, they're too woke.
They're actively not even woke. Really, right? Like my wife's so excited for the live action Tangled, and I'm like, and then they've nailed the castings, right? Castings all look great, but it's just like it's not going to be good. I don't know what to tell you, but all the heart and soul that was in that movie you loved is gone.
It's gone.
Yeah. Like,
I agree.
I really thought The Lion King was going to be like
The nail in the coffin.
Yeah, to be like, okay, you really can't.
Been,
you've got to stop this. And no, they're just going full steam ahead with all of them still.
Moana didn't make any money, right?
No, well, it was number one, but like it had no.
It was like a bad week, right?
It had nothing to go up against because the Odyssey came out the
was.
week after, and like the Odyssey's been doing really well. I saw that.
I have not seen the Odyssey yet.
You got to see these nuts. Oh, so good. Leave that shit in there.
Fuck this, I'm quitting.
I hope you're recording.
Of course.
I don't want to be here anymore.
It's going. Yeah.
This place sucks.
I did actually see it though, and it was good.
Yeah.
It was actually really good. Yeah. I did almost fall asleep in it though.
Fuck